Morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Oh dear. Oh, I knew there was something I forgot. Apart from Little Paul's present, my water. I just thought I'd get a slug of my water. I'll get someone to get it for me in a second. And that bottle, but it's in my dressing room, so if you could get it for me, that'd be fantastic. But don't go yet. Don't go yet. Right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Early bird now. This is fantastic. You may have seen another make very like this, but look at this. Where do you put your threads? Where do you keep your threads? Well, look, you can keep 27 of them here, all beautifully stashed. Now, I know it looks a little bit short, but when you fit this onto here, you'll be able to see all your threads. I'm sure I've got some somewhere. They were here earlier, weren't they? Where have they gone? Anyway, I'll get some for you. You look at that, right? You look at this, right? Are we going to put some graphics in? Here we go. Graphics in. How funny! I know I had a jar of thread. Look, £3.99, £3.99. It's the early best. There are 27. You can fit 27 reels in there. I had a little jar of threads here. I can see two there. I can get them. But you know what? They have. I wonder what happened to it. £3.99. And they're brilliant because you can store them. Look, I'll just put these in here, right? So when you first put your threads in, you think, oh, they're too tall. They're too tall, look, for the thing. But not, because once you put the top on, look, fit perfectly, don't they? And you can fit 27 of them in there. And you can see the colours from all directions. At £3.99. Thank you. I just had to get my water because I'm not drinking enough water, you see. There we go. There are loads of that. Now, I don't need a price comparison, right? I do not need a price comparison, but I've got one, look. Right? How much is that one then? £5.99. And what makes that one? Right, direct comparison. It's a direct comparison. It's exactly the same thing. There you go, there you go, look. Look at the threads in there. Ooh, those pictures have changed a bit quickly for me. Oh, was that you? I thought it was Amazon. £3.99, and I haven't got another one to show you. I was going to say multi-buy. I would definitely multi-buy on those. At £3.99. Oh, loads of you coming in. Judith says hello. Vanessa says hello. Marcia says, good morning, John Scott and team. It's me, Hannah, and Little Paul today, Marcia. Susan says, morning, John and crew from a wet Derbyshire. Loving the early bird. June says, looking fabulous. Oh, I wish I was. Thank you, June. No, I'm getting a bit fat today. Morning, John and team. Looking forward to a fabulous Friday with you. Oh, that's lovely. Who's that from? Sue at the Isle of Wight. Sue. £3.99. Have you gotten these yet, Sue? £3.99. And morning, John. I've got 9. Not all full, but getting there, Pam. Oh, you haven't bought 9 from me this morning. You got 9 already. That's from Pam. Lovely, strong name, that, Pamela. Everybody's multi-buying. I don't blame you. Christmas present cupboard. I know. £3.99. I mean, it's fantastic. Look, there's 27 of those stalagmites. That's the only word I can think of. To prongs. What would you? Oh, hang on. Oh, they called it reels. Reels, yeah. No, it's not like just getting an old chocolate box, is it? And put them in there. It's proper with the stalactites to put your threads on. And then you've paid your P&P for the day, then, haven't you? You've paid your £3.95 P&P for the day. So if you come in later and buy a kit or some fabric or some wadding or anything, it's your P&P paid for the whole day. And also it's your P&P paid for Yarn Lane later on, because I've got Yarn Lane today as well, you see. Oh, no. Keep going through, though. Lots of you there. Oh, Derek. What's Derek got to say for himself? Morning, Hannah, Emma. No, it's Little Paul today. Derek, Little Paul's on today. Looking well-rested and bushy-tailed, Mr. Scott, says Julie. Well, I'm not, because I was busy working yesterday, but thank you. Morning, John. Newbie here, so be gentle. Pauline, welcome to the most dysfunctional family you're ever likely to come across. Newbie. Aw, we love new people. Someone else for me to talk to. 3-9. What's the matter, Hannah? £3.99. Oh, hang on. Oh, look, it's little Paul that is saying it's Paul, not Emma. He said he's hi, Paul. He says hi, Paul. Here we go. Keep going through for these. There's loads of you there. Loads of you there. I haven't got much to tell you today either. I haven't got much news or gossip or anything. Little Paul's got some new trousers. Needle cord. They're very nice. Expensive in the sale. No, they were expensive, but then they're in the sale. So we got them. And it's most probably a size that most people wouldn't need to buy. No. They're very long, but they're also very small. $3.99. I know. Who's this? Oh, look, isn't that lovely? So Pauline said she's a newbie, and Susan says, welcome, you'll love it here. Oh, Marcia, hello, Paul. Message from Sue in Luton. I've purchased 5 great Easter presents. Oh, Sue, I hadn't even thought about, when is Easter? Oh, look at my hair. I was just thinking, right, it's still another month before I can have my hair cut, isn't it? Well, I thought that, because when I used to have it long to here, I put a picture of me in Ethiopia on Facebook this week. I used to tie it in a ponytail. No, Hannah's top is from South Africa. How many have I got? Right, half the stock's gone. Half the stock is gone. £3.99. Look, I'm going to stay with you for a little while, actually. Do you know what? Actually, keep checking out, because hundreds of these have gone. Hundreds of these have gone. Keep checking out. I'm going to bring it back. I'll come back at the end of this hour and redo that. So I'll put that there, because I've got the menu. The menu coming up next. Here we go. Here we go. So now, 8 o'clock in this hour, we have got Bali Batik fabrics. They're gorgeous. They're brand new. You saw the design rolls the other day with me. Well, it must have been last week, because I've been in for a week, have I? And you know what? I'm not in again now till next Friday. After today, I'm not in till next Friday either. So I've got the fabrics by the half metre, and they're gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. Then after that, I've got the Quilted Hamper with Jules Mayouf. There's a picture of it there coming up. There it is. Oop, there it is. And there it is open. That's a strange picture, little Paul. Okay, then we've got sewing room. Well, that's not quite true. It's a bag making tool hour. It's got no guests. It's just me and you. Me and you in a little shop. Well, a big shop, actually. There's loads in. There's something gone missing off this table. There used to be a wooden box on this table next to me. That's gone now. Sewing rooms. It's bag making bits and bobs in that hour. 11 o'clock, got the half hexagon wall hanging with Jules Mayouf. There it is now. That's her own. That's Jules's hack. That's a hack that Jules has done. Lots of ideas in the book that comes with the bundle there. Oh, Paul's took a lot of pictures of that, didn't he? There it is. Really nice, the table runner. Actually, so could you show that picture again, Paul? Look, you see, if you had it in the middle of a dining table, put all your pots on there, couldn't you? It's nice, isn't it? Anyway. Then at 12 o'clock, we go to Yarn Lane. And we've got Barbara doing tatting. Now, I have seen what tatting is, but I've never seen it being done. And I know there's shuttle tatting and needle tatting. We've got both today, I think. And I only know about it because it's in the song, isn't it? Mr. Mistopheles, I think, he does tatting, doesn't he? For oh, look, there's. No, I know about tatting because Hannah's told me about it in prepping. But before I did today, the only time I'd heard about it was in Andrew Lloyd Webber's song. Right, there are 3 ways you can get in touch. The 3 ways I can send an email. The email goes straight through to Hannah, and she reads it out in my... Oh, a bit like Philip Schofield there, when he goes, I shall reverse them in no particular order. He does that, doesn't he, on Dance So Nice? Here you go, studio@sewingstreet.com, studio@sewingstreet.com. You can send a message on the Facebook Live, which ones I read out on my screen here. And I'll just tell you that Pauline says, I like the little hamper. Susan says, my 20-year-old son hasn't been for a haircut for a year. Oh, my word. Patricia says, good morning, John. Have a good day. Glennie says, had to put you on Skies. I can't get you on Freeview. Oh. Jackie says, morning, John. Morning, Jackie. Right, okay. And the other way you can get in touch is on the website. So you go to the website, www.sewingstreet.com. Website. In your own time. Click on Watch Live. Then when you go to the main page there's the early bird, obviously. Now, just go to the right-hand side. There is... Whoa. There's a box. Where are you going? No, we're doing the box. We're doing message. So there you write your message there. And that's the one that goes in the white box underneath. What's it say? Hello, water bottle. I'll explain that in a minute, friend. Okay, you press on there, send the message, it goes through to Hannah. When there's a graphic in, she can show it. Right, now look at the rest of the website. You will see there's the early bird. And it's also a bestseller because it's the only thing we've sold so far. Right, then on pre-order, absolutely everything. I don't know why that's first. You see, that's Jules' 9 o'clock hour there. That's the 9 o'clock hour there. That's Jules' 11 o'clock hour there. They are in a strange order. Then we've got the fabric. This is the first hour now, the Batik fabric. Oh, look at that green one. Aren't they? Look at the blue one. We've got all of that coming up this hour. Look at that pink. No, that's like a pink storm, that one, isn't it? Beautiful. So they're all they're from the first hour. There's loads. We've got to get a move on, a shifty on, right? I love that circles one. I don't know how they've done that one, actually. Anyway, then there's the bundles that Hannah's made for you. And what are they called? Ocean Breeze and Beach Party. And what's the purple one called? Purple. Right, okay, keep going. Oh, look, something sold out. It says early bird special. No, that can't be right. Okay, and then these are all the things from the bag making hour. Oh. Don't say anything, but that's 2 early bird prices there that should have been changed. Nothing to do with us. Anyway, bag patterns, everything like that. And then that's it. So shall we get on? Let's get on. Oh, and the reason Hannah mentioned that about the water is last week, Kat came in and she said, I'm not drinking enough water. Was it the week before now? And she brought this huge thing. Hers is a 3-litre one, right? And she puts more blooming squash in it than she does water. So she's just drinking sugar, really. And then I bought mine, and I brought it in today. So this is mine. I haven't done very well because I'm still on before 7 o'clock, look, because I haven't had anything to drink yet. But this is mine, right? And then Hannah came wandering in just after me. She's got exactly the same in purple. Exactly the same bottle, but hers in purple. I thought I'd ordered the pink one, I have to say. Well, it's sort of got a pinky tinge to it, but in real life, it's... have you got lemon bobbin in yours? Oh, I only did that big... You got Vimto? Are you sure you're supposed to have Vimto in it? Anyway. Anyway, health. Right, okay, let's start. Where should we start? Right, we're going to start with the bundles. Let me just push the design rolls to one side. Now, we launched the design rolls the other day, and they were really, really, really popular. Now, we've got fabric by the half metre, but Hannah has created 2 bundles for you, right? So in this bundle here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, there's 14 in here. There's no mega bundle. Let me show you the 2 bundles before we go any further, because I don't want you to buy one and think, oh, I wanted the other one. So this is the first bundle. That's the second bundle. But I do have all of those and more available by the half metre. In fact, I've got a baby bundle as well, look. A baby bundle coming up. Right, so let me do this one first. I think this one's called Ocean Breeze. Oh, now remember what happened on the birthday, right? Neil introduced a new split pay. Just giving you the heads up. £104.99. Wait. Don't bring anything in. No, point to me. Yep. 2 payments of £52.24. I know. I'll just show you the slide, right? So you can see what the split pay is. So now we do £99 or more, you split over 2 months. £149 or more, we split over 3 months. And £799 or more, split over 5 months, right? So this bundle, which is £104.49, and we don't charge any interest. So today you'll pay £52.24 plus your P&P. But if you've already bought a sewing box, sewing wheel box, thread box, you've paid for your P&P already, so you just pay £52.24 today, and then in a month's time you pay £52 and it's paid for. What'd you say, Han? Yeah, I said that. I've got all of these fabrics by the half metre. So if you're thinking, I don't want the bundle, but I really want that one by the half metre, you can do that in a minute. But this is a little bundle that Hannah's put together. She's called it Bali Ocean Breeze. 7 metres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14. Yeah, there's 14. Emma's not here today to do the counting, so it'll be right today. Oh, Jackie says, I don't drink enough water. I need one of those bottles. Rachel said, never knew how design rolls were used until I started creating. Lovely. Claire says, morning, John. Loving the shirt. Susan was waiting for the design rolls to go off the table. It's very close to the edge, Susan. But that's how I live my life. I live my life very close to the edge. Now, the other bundle, which is this one here. Right, people are already checking out on this one. Gorgeous colours. Look at that. Look at that one. Look at that one. Look at that one. Look at that one. £104.49 again. Beach Party Baby. Oh, it's not called Party Baby. She wanted to call it Beach Party Baby, but it wouldn't fit. Oh, she's got on Monday, tomorrow. No, Monday. She's got new bundles on Monday. Hannah's in on Monday. I'm not in till next Friday. I know. £104.49, but you can. It's 2 split pays, no interest charge whatsoever. All of these fabrics are available by the half metre. Look at, there's that pink one we saw earlier, the Storm. That's beautiful, isn't it? Right, okay, so that's that bundle. £104.49 split pay. Right, I've got the baby one. I've got the baby bundle. It's only because purple with batiks are always really, really popular. And oh, okay. So now that one and that one and that one are all in the Beach Baby bundle. No, Beach Party bundle. So it's only that one you get. What I would do is I'd buy the Beach Party bundle and then buy half metre of that one. Yeah. There's also a couple of fabrics which didn't make it to a bundle, which I'll show you later. I will show you later. Oh, Jackie's getting ready for work. And Lorraine, Crazy Lorraine, you're bright and breezy as always. Love the purples. Knew you would, Crazy Lorraine. Now, it's funny, Crazy Lorraine, she just said, right, she made this bundle because she was thinking of you, Crazy Lorraine. Yeah? Now, you don't have to buy it if you don't want it, but it'd go lovely with that. Well, no, she's got a quilt for a spare room in the purples, isn't she, that she made from the, what were they called? Were they called Gradiente? What were those? We did one in blue, one in purple. No, it wasn't Gradiente, I don't think, was it? Only 8 of the purple one. There's only 8 of the purple bundles left. This is $29.99. $29.99. Gorgeous. I love them. Right, okay, I've got to get a move on. I'm ever so sorry. Right. 5 of that purple bundle left. That's it now. They are available by the half metre. You will be able to recreate it. Shall I do the design rolls of the half metres first? Right, I'll do these quickly because I've launched these on, when were we in last? Was it Friday? Or whenever we were in last? Sunday. When were we in? I can't remember now. Saturday. Whoever put these in the bag didn't put them away very nicely. That'll be me. Right. So these are those fabrics there, but they are in 2.5 inch strips, width of fabric, 44 inches wide. I'll just show you. It's exactly the same fabric I've just shown you there. Look, there we go. Look. Oh, they do have some prints in them that we don't have by the half metre. So this is what it looks like. Now, this one is called Fireside Chat, this one's called. There are 2 that are quite similar. There's Fireside Chat and I think Denim. Oh, that's right. We called it Spice, didn't we, this one? Yeah. We've called it. See, we haven't got that one. We haven't got that one by the half metre. So if you buy the design roll, you do get some fabrics. Beautiful. They're gorgeous. Look at, oh, look at, have we got that one? No, you see, we've got some of these we haven't got, you see. They're beautiful. I think we will get them. They're just on the ship arriving. Now you get 40 strips, remember? 40 strips for throw a pound. $39.99. No, pound each they are. Pound each they work out at. I know. $39.99. Anyway, yeah, look. I haven't heard that one for ages. Well, you couldn't open that shop during the lockdown anyway, could you? Hannah wants to open a sandwich shop. She was going to open a sandwich shop. Anyway, so look, so that's that one, right? Now I'm going to move on to I think it was called Rainbow, Over the Rainbow. Over the Rainbow, this one was called. This one was called Over the Rainbow. I'm just going to move that over there like that. It's funny, isn't it? So a cat tidies up other bits and leaves other bits like an accident. It's such a mess in here today. There's rubbish everywhere. Right, that stripes is Hannah's favourite. Hannah's favourites. Beautiful. The colours. This is Over the Rainbow. Again, 40 strips, $39.99. Beautiful. Now, we've got that one. We've got that one definitely coming up in a while. I've got that one. Haven't got any of the stripes. And lots of the little speckled ones like that haven't got. No, the ones we've got in the half meters are all the more dramatic ones, aren't they? These are beautiful though, aren't they? Gorgeous. So again, that's Over the Rainbow. 100% cotton, 44 inches wide, 2.5 inches strips. Over the Rainbow. Now I've got, this one is called Hello Hydrangea. I don't remember saying the hello bit on last week. I just remember calling it hydrangea, that was all. Yeah, what sort of soil's this then? I bought 3 hydrangeas, all different colours. They're all pink now because the soil where I live. Oh, my little hedgehog house is all set up. So then I applied to adopt a hedgehog family. There's like a 4-year waiting list. So I'll put the food out. The food I ordered from Amazon. I ordered a special straw for inside the hedgehog house, right? And I ordered, and it said, don't buy the wet food straight away, buy the dry food. And I thought, I'll get them both straight away. And I thought I was buying like little sachets like this, right? This big bundle arrived, and I said to the delivery driver, that can't be for me. I haven't ordered that much from Amazon, right? The bags of food are like this. So I've got a straw, I've got a bag, dry food, a wet food, and what else did I buy? No hedgehog. Got loads of food, but no hedgehog yet. So I'll put some out to see if they can entice them. Why is the pet shop open? That's not essential. Oh, I suppose food-wise is, but buying a puppy isn't essential, is it? Hannah's got a very old-fashioned pet shop in her village. Anyway, okay, is that where you got your budgie from? Oh. Don't buy a parrot, Paul. Right, here we go. And then this one here is called Denim and Grace. These are your darker colours. Denim and Grace, this one. These are your darker colours. Could you get me a mini hippo while you're there? Oh, my brother-in-law doesn't speak to me. They had so many owls. They had great big aviaries in their garden with owls in and everything. That's owl. Owl. Right. I'm moving on to the fabrics by the half metre now. I'm going to start with the ones in the Okay. Are you sure? Do you want them to shout the number? Would that be the easiest thing? Okay. Right, so this is I've got this one. Now I also have this one in blue as well as multicolour. Yeah. So that means I'm going to break up the 95, this one is. Oh, yeah, Paul's thinking this is when he goes for his eye test. 72, that's right, Paul. I think they might have batik this one with a... Oh, no, they can't have done it with a stamp, can they? Oh, I know. They'll have done it with a stamp and then they'll have just ombrayed it through the different colours, I imagine. Beautiful, isn't it? By the half metre, it's 100% cotton. It's called Bali Hand Paints in Bohemian Multi, this one. Let me show you this one by the half metre so you see what you're getting. Oh, it's gorgeous. Okay, so Hannah's seeing clouds. A ball patch. Paul see, oh, a ball pit, like a children's ball pit. Oh, I'm seeing my friend Fran Bristow's hall wall. Anyway, that's that one. How much is it, by the way? $7.49. You don't know what Fran's hall looked like. Right, okay, now I've got the same one in blue. This is going to be funny trying to put these back together. Right, there's the blue one. It's nice, isn't it? I'm having issues with feedback coming through the microphone, I'm afraid. Yes, Willow, the customer service team are open 24/7. Okay. I'm not in. Okay, so now I'm going with the fern leaves in green. Oh, that's lovely, that one, isn't it? The shirt in that'd be lovely, Paul. Yeah. Okay, on the website, the picture's not quite as dark. Oh, it's just called green. This is very, very, very popular by the half metre, this one. This one also comes in like a purple colour. Well, no, I'm all right. I'm all right so far, but oh, no, I'll be all right. Yeah. Loads of this one in baskets. Hannah needs some time off, I think, doesn't she? Right, now this one, it's really weird because when I dream about work, I don't dream about here, I still dream about being on a film set. I don't dream about being here. Look! What colour have they called this one then? Plum. Oh. They spelt it like a plumber. Yeah, but they spelt it like a plumber. Look, plumber. Plum, it's meant to be plum, like a Victoria plum, isn't it? Kerry from Living in Loveliness says, stunning fabric. Right, okay, this one, there's only 12 metres left. That's it. It's launched today. We've only just launched it. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So now, do I have the fern in another colour? Let me just check. Oh, I do. No. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I've got the fern in one other colour. Beautiful, isn't it? Yes, I've got a light fern coming up next. So that one goes there. This is beautiful. Two others. This one finishes at 21. In fern. And what colour is it? Oh, yes, there. Oh, right, now it's very close. Right, look, there's this one and this one coming up. So this one here is the one that I just said, 21. This is called Pine Leaf. And the photo on the web doesn't do it any justice. Boudoir. Glenys is saying they're all lovely. Aren't they, Glenys? They're beautiful. I might be a bit fine to reupholster a chair, Paul. But I'm seeing something very... ethereal. What's the matter? Oh, Nurse Julie, send you lots of love. Oh, she said she's not been very well. Not she means made her not afraid. Oh, Nurse Julie. Take care, my lovely. 67, this next one. This is the one Hannah likes best. This is Hannah's. Oh, I can see why. What would we call this one? Cream and green, we've called this one. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, look, Carol's living room is plum and white, but without the B. Yes, Rachel, batik is where they paint it with the wax and then dip it into the not, I nearly said wine then, into the dye, into the dye. Paul's not had a drink for a year. I've not had a drink for nearly 2. Oh, this year. Oh. Oh, I thought you meant for... Oh, no, I think that's that pile. Right, now I'm going into this one, which they look like massive pansies, Paul. This one's called Jungle, apparently. Jungle Green, this one's called. I'd say they look like pansies. Oh, I'm having real issues with this. No, it's not the normal noise. It's like you know when your car radio goes a bit. No. Well, I'll be. Well. £7.49. That's gorgeous, isn't it? So this only comes in 2. Oh no, hang on. Oh, lots of people saying they look like fireworks, not necessarily this one. I think this one only comes in 2 colours, the pansy. Oh no, you could easily have a shirt as that, Paul. Okay. Now I've got it in blue. Oh, it's a pink one, apparently. Right. Hang on a sec. Look at this. Now, Paul, you could wear a shirt made out of that. Oh, yeah, you can quilt with them. You can patchwork with them. You can dressmake with them. I haven't got a pink one. What number is it? No, it's not the same pattern, Hannah. It's all right. It's lovely. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, Hannah would just use this and plain white in a quilt. I think that's beautiful. 44 inches wide, machine wash. Oh, now, I would wash all of these before you start working with them. Just give them a quick rinse through. Well, if you're making a shirt, Paul, you have to wash it anyway before you make it. Right, I now do the pattern that Hannah just thought was the same. It's not. It's sort of, it goes obviously from the same designer, but look. Right, hang on a sec, and I've only got this one. No, I haven't. I've got this one in the purple, and I've got it in orange and grey. Oh, I've missed something out. No, it's all right, it's all right. We'll come. Oh, no. Yeah, one job. Right, anyway, this is the purple one. What we call this? Belly. Did I say belly? I can't see from here. Oh, Belle. Kerry says, I absolutely love this. Absolutely love this. I hope you're getting it then, Kerry. So only 10 metres of that one left. Only 10 metres of that one left. Belly, that one's called. Or Belai. No, right, the early bird, I said I was going to do it again at the end. Yeah, there's only 50 left of the early bird. And I know that sounds a lot when you think how many we started with. Anyway, I'll move on. Christine, would the fabric be okay for skirt making, please? Yes, it would be a light summer skirt, but yes, it would. It'd be lovely if you made it quite full, so it had a lot of movement to it. Right, now I've got the same one as that. Oh, this is lovely. This almost looks like something Prada would use or one of the designers would use, isn't it? What's the matter, Hannah? What do you want? Oh, now this go with the shirt you're wearing today, Hannah. What's this one called? Oh, pink. Right, okay, I need to just question this because it's not pink. And I wouldn't call them palm leaves either. But it's orange. It's definitely orange. This is pink. Coral, yeah, coral maybe. Coral. Salmon, a deep salmon. Okay, so look, Hannah. Hannah just said, would it look lovely as a headscarf? It would. Look, it would. Oh, is the back not looking very nice? I've got so much hair at the moment, it's horrible. Oh, I'm going to have to get those hair bands out again. I'm not going to clipper it, Paul, no. Right, now I need to go back. Take a step back to the fern, because there's another fern. Very, very subtle fern, this one. Ending 61, this one, Hannah. Yeah, no, there's 61. Camera's struggling to show you that pattern. It's beautiful, isn't it, though? There you go. Isn't it lovely? Okay, on the web, the picture's a bit weird on the web. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Very subtle, that one. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to this one. It's turquoise or aqua with orange leaves on it, or orange petals on it. 04, this one. This is Bali handprint in blue with peach flower. Well, no, because we've had the multicoloured circles. Isn't that lovely? I love the background, then the petals on top. It looks like it's got depth, doesn't it? It looks like the petals are floating on top of the water, and then that's the water. Like a romantic bath, says Hannah. She hasn't got a bath anymore. You can't have a romantic shower, can you? Well, yeah, but all the petals just go, all the petals go straight down the plug hole. You can't put one of those lush bombs in the shower, can you? $7.49. Okay, so now I'm going to go to this one in multicolour. This is pretty. This one ends 35. Oh, that's lovely. Autumn. Right, autumn. This is not in any of the bundles. No, this is called autumn. Now, I also sell autumn in purple. Oh no, Hannah doesn't want this one as a headscarf. £7. It's lovely. I'm going to hold that one up for you. Look. You see, isn't that lovely? Isn't that? Imagine cutting that on the bias or in strips for binding or a border or something like that. Beautiful. Okay. Now I'm going to do it in the purple. This is the one in the purple. Oh, same design. Look how different it looks in the purple. Same but different. £7.49 for half a metre. Now remember, if you buy it, you can buy 3 metres of it, you can buy 6. It doesn't come cut like in the bundles. It comes to the length that you want it. That's gorgeous. I love that one. Okay, now I'm going to a very pale blue with like a pansy pattern, but it's not the same as the pansy pattern we had earlier. Oh, they look like orchids, those. No, ending 89. PIUI 89. Oh, have we not got that one? Oh, okay, the picture on the web is a bit misleading. Doesn't look like there's a pattern on it. Sea blue, there you go. There's beautiful flowers on there. That's so delicate, isn't it? $7.49, PIUI 89. I've only got this in this colourway. Only got this in this colourway. Oh, that's... I mean, if you want me to recap any of them, just shout later. I'm just rushing to get through beach bag for later. Bamboo handles. Bamboo handles. I'm saying that for a reason. Right, now this fabric, I've got this in two colourways. This is the blue and lilac colourway. This one finishes 60. This is pretty. Looks very delicate, this one. Delicate little flower. And I can see red on there. Yeah, pinky bits. That's the difference between pink and red, look. Oh, the red of the late night sky. Mind you, this morning as I came to Studley, the sun was breaking. Well, no, not sun. The light was breaking over the big field, so it was quite nice to see. Mind you, the clocks go forward soon, don't they? Yeah, end of March. Yeah, it means it's dark again in the mornings then. Yeah. But it stays later in the evenings. But we'll be able to go out. In Wales, you can have your hair cut in Wales today. Right, now I've got the same fabric in this lovely, lovely, I'd call this sort of confetti-like, this one. Look. You have a look at that. I just need to slurp my water. Oh, can you hear that? Sorry. What code have you got in? Yeah, that's the right one. Royal Farmers Union. And we got a building for them in Stratford-upon-Avon, RFU. Oh no, am I talking about rugby now? Oh, I don't know. No, hang on. So what's the big? There's a huge headquarters in Stratford-upon-Avon. I'm sure it's a farmers. Yeah. Okay, now I've got a lovely green spotty one. Excuse me. Oh, where's my sat nav? Now this one's more like confetti, isn't it? But it only comes in this colourway. 04 it is, yep. It's in the design rolls, but it's in the design roll, but we've only got it in green. It's got movement, hasn't it, that one? Hannah's been taking a woman over 50 capsules this morning. Right, now this is lovely. This is adorable, this one. Look at that one. This one finishes 89, yeah. Oh, that. Now, can you pull out a little bit, Paul? Because there's more blues in it. Thank you very much. Look. Beautiful. Right, now I'm not sure if I'm going to get through all of these. Okay, right, I'm going to go to the pile that was on the far side rather than these to begin. Oh, no, I'm not. Right. Oh! I thought I'd done all... Excuse me, hiccup. I thought I'd done all the patterns, but there's another pattern one here. Oh! Now this is saying Spanish flamenco dancer to me. Doesn't speak to you. At 7:49. What do we call this? Oh, deep red. Deep red. No mention of the flower or the blush or anything. That's it. Argentinian tango. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Who's going to win the Dancing on Ice at the weekend? It's the final this weekend. They are. Right, here we go. Red. Blotch. This is your more traditional batik, isn't it? Look. Okay. All right, okay, so this one ends WFUI 89. Okay, now we're a little bit concerned because okay, this is $6.99. You might have seen this one before. We might have had this one before. Red velvet, this one's called. The one on the web, the picture on the web isn't very flattering. It's called dark red, not dark, red velvet, this one, red velvet. Well, no, because I've got purple velvet coming up next, though. Okay, purple velvet. Do you need the number for this one? 40, FHUI 40. Oh, okay, so right, okay, I need to explain something. This was same collection, but we've had this one before. That's why this was $6.50. This is $7.49 because it's brand new. No mention of velvet in that one. Oh, because the velvet was the last collection. Of course, I got that now. Got it now. What? Oh, $6.99, sorry. Did I say $6.50? Sorry, $6.99. No, sorry. I thought it was said $6.50. Okay. Now I've got a lovely turquoise colour. Oh, aquamarine, Hannah's saying. It's more than, except the next one. Ending 63, that's right. Now, it's not as quite, the pattern isn't as, it's a much more subtle pattern in that one, isn't it? What did you call it? No, aquarium is what it's called. Not aquamarine at all, it's aquarium. She's taking us back to our jewellery days. Oh, Paul, I had a shirt on last week. It was all gemstones. Oh, do you? Oh, Paul still works at jewellery some days. Oh, this is nice. Shamrock, this one's called. It might not be Shamrock. Let's wait for it to come up. Oh, yeah, Shamrock. That's lovely, isn't it? Stop tapping on the table. Righty-ho. Then I've got now the pink one that we saw on the website earlier that I said looked like a pink storm. Oh, this is lovely. Yeah, it does. And it's called, fuchsia. There we go. Yeah, I thought you said future. That's lovely, isn't it? The pink one. I'll put my hand in so you can see the size of the pattern. Gorgeous. Then I've got like an ecru sand colour. Oh, excuse me. Ecru sand. It's because I haven't spoken to anyone for a week, isn't it, really? 21. Finishes at 21, sorry. Don't know why I'm shouting out 21. Oh, okay. So this will be your $6.99 one. It's what? On the web, it looks yellow. We've called it pearl. Oh, there's only 3 meters of that one left. Pearl's a singer. Dooby-dooby-doo. Morning, John. Back home after a minor operation on Wednesday. Love the shirt from Jeanette. Oh, Jeanette, you take care, my lovely. Juliana. Morning, John. Watching from my sick bed. Not well today after COVID jab. Hoping you cheer me up. I've been on for an hour. Hope I've cheered you up a little bit, Juliana. Oh, you see, isn't it funny? Because, so I had my jab on the Wednesday, not this Wednesday, just gone by, the Wednesday before. Me, Brad from number 14, and Sally from number 5. We all went on the same morning, right? Brad and I were absolutely fine. Sally was in bed for days afterwards. She was so poorly. Well, oh, no. We're obviously, get over it. This one ends 35, this one finishes. No, lots of people checked out on this one already, so I didn't put it in shot. 7.49, they're just called Cool Grey. That's why, Paul, Cool Grey. Anyway, my friend Francesca was really, really poorly after hers. And her doctor, and I'm not saying this is true, but her doctor said a lot of people who've had COVID who didn't know they'd had COVID, when you have your jab, they react to it because it's your body knows what it is. It's fighting whatever it is harder. I don't know. That's just what Francesca's doctor said. I'm not a doctor, obviously. But I didn't have any side effects. So, touch wood. Doctor of sewing, professor of sewing. And Hannah says, I'm not saying that. Sounds rude if I go doctor of love. Oh, I've just said it now. This one finishes 96. This one's gentle, this one. Butterfly wings, I'd say this one was. Oh, Carol had first one, absolutely fine. She got a second one on Tuesday. Oh, no, hang on. She had the first one was fine and then had a second one on Tuesday, but not too good after one on Tuesday. Ooh. Have I read that right? Yeah. Okay, 2 more. Oh, no, loads more than 2. I've got a whole other pile over there. Oh, Paul. Right. What do we call this one then? Okay. I'm just going to wait. Ballet pink. Okay. Did you wear that colour, ballet, when you did ballet, Hannah? She got thrown out of ballet for talking. And Paul did ballet and he got a 2-2. And he's got on now, actually, with his new trousers. Lovely. Then I've got, now your camera won't like this one, Paul. 97, this one is. Finishes 97. Morning, John and little Paul, says Sue. Hannah's here as well. Beige. Beige, this one's called. Beige. Okay, then, now, this is lovely, this one. Now, this one is black with a very, very dark green, ending 62, this one. Oh, Hang on a minute. Will it help to hold it up like that? No, makes no difference. It's very dark, but it's beautiful. But oh, there we go. Well done, Paul. I agree about the reaction to jab. Oh, there you go. That's from Marion. And then Sue said I was going to say hello. I was just going to say hello to the fabulous Hannah, Paul. Anyone else waiting for the pile of fabric to fall off the table? It's nowhere near the edge. I'll show you when the graphics go out now. Take the graphics out. Look. There's the edge. Hannah's getting all concerned as well. Right, now I've got it in purple. Deep purple. Black with purple, this one. Black with purple. How's the early bird doing, Hannah? Okay. Moving on. Then I've got like a blue version. Dark blue. I'll give you the code. 78. This is called what? Bluff. As in, like, I'm calling you bluff. It's a beautiful colour. I don't know where bluff comes from, though. Azure, I would have called it. Or a G&C, or as they say in Greece, Aiguillon. Bluff. I can't. So blue bluff is a what? A camp what? Oh, a camping ground where you put your tent up. Oh, okay. No, that's strange. Oh, hang on. Now I'm moving on. Now I've got sky blue, ending 27. Baby blue, they've called it. Baby blue. Oh, so what have they called the next one then? Be interesting. Oh, Sue had a lie in this one. She missed the early bird. I'll show you in a second, Sue. I will show you before I go to the end of the hour. I've only got a couple more fabrics to do, and then I'll be with you. Right, so then this one. Oh, it's like a lilac colour, this one. Sorry, I thought it was blue. It's like lilac. Ends 43. Oh, hang on. Don't look at the fabric. There you go. Right. There you go. What's it called? Taffy. That's a river in Wales, isn't it? Oh, and it's a sweet in America, apparently. $6.99. That's from the old collection. Four more. Then I'll redo the early bird, and then Jules will be with us. Right, so now this one. 05, this one finishes. Oh, do I mean 06? I mean, all right. 06, this one, Hannah. Gold, they've called this one. Paul would call it sand. So how do we call it? Wet sand. I'm not saying what I call it. Yeah. No, I just don't think it's very romantic, that's also. Right, this one finishes 97. What is a shower steamer anyway? Oh, okay. How does it work? Incense, this one's called. They find a what? Incense. Now I've got dark incense. This one's number 54. No, that was incense. So this one could be intense. Adobe? Isn't that a computer thing? Yeah. Oh, it is a mud. It is a mud. It is a mud. It's like when you go for a razoul. You know when you go for a razoul and you stand with no clothes on in a dome, right? You cover yourself in mud and then all this hot rain washes it off. It's called a razoul. It's very lovely. That's a romantic. People do that on Valentine's Day as well. Right, and then last but not least, ending 50. Razoul. They're quite expensive. This is red. Red, this one's called. This one's called red. Oh, no, I haven't finished. I haven't finished. No, because I went over to do the early bird, but I've got, I've got to do the 2 bundles. Still, of the bundles, please. Oh, yeah, there's beach party. 7 meters of fabric. Single figures, that bundle. 7 left, right? And you can have it on split pay, right? Pay $52.24 today, $52.24 in a month's time, and that's it paid for. 7 meters of fabric. So that one there is called Beach Party, baby. And then we also have Ocean Breeze. Same price, 7 meters. Just waiting for the picture to come up now. There you go. That's your Ocean Breeze one there. Okay, in our 13 of those. There are 13 of those left. And what about the purple one? Did the purple one sell out? 3 of the purple one. I can show you the purple one, actually, if you don't need... Oh. I've got... Yes. Yeah. Was it this one? Hannah, was it that one? No, I've already got that one there. I can't remember which other one was. There's the still. Oh, it was that lovely floral one there. Okay, that will be gone once you've all checked out. Right, now, come with me very quickly before we go to the break. Early bird from this morning. This is a special purchase. It's a fantastic price. Hundreds of these have gone, right? But there are only 47 left, I think. Okay, so please be careful. $3.99. $3.99. Now we've got a direct comparison for $5.99 on Amazon today. Well, we haven't got that now. Don't worry. But you also know how much the Gutermann one is. And it's got 27 stalactites to put your thread on. Oh, there you go. Direct comparison there on Amazon this morning. $5.99. Right, okay. Do not go anywhere. Jules Mayouf is here doing a lovely little... It's been on the shelf behind me. There it is. There it is. It's a Beth Studley design. And we will be doing that straight after this break.
Hi, my name's Jules Mayouf and I'm really excited to be a guest designer on Sewing Street. Okay, I got into sewing through my grandma. I used to sit and watch her. She was a dressmaker. And I started off making toys and then I was dressmaking myself, and from then I've done homeware and children's wear and all sorts of different things in between. I would say my top tip is to be kind to yourself. It's only fabric at the end of the day, and if things do go wrong then you've always got your quick unpick. My claim to fame is that in 2012 I was a VIP driver with the Olympics, and I met some really interesting people who were very nice, and I'm hoping that I'll meet some very interesting and nice people on Sewing Street too.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters, and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too.
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task, and sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Well, our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. They're full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and as enjoyable as possible. And not only will they take your order, they will also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
How cute is this? It's a Beth Studley design. It's like a little bag with like a picnic. What does she call it? A quilted hamper? I was going to say it's like a picnic bag, but made of quilted. It's lovely. It's so cute. You wouldn't get many sandwiches in there, mind you, would you? Oh, we got donuts. We got 4 donuts, haven't we? We could put the 4 donuts in here. Oh, no, we haven't got 3. Oh, no, we only got 2, haven't we, Hannah? So there's 4 people in today. There's me, Paul, Jules and Hannah, and someone left us 4 donuts. 2 donuts have been eaten, right? I haven't had a donut. Jules hasn't had a donut. Paul hasn't had a donut. Which flavour did you nick this time? She's had the chocolate one. You've had the toffee one as well. So there's just the 2 pink ones left. No, Paul can't eat pink food because it's against his nature. Even though he's a big pansy, as we found out earlier. He's got lovely trousers on today, though. Have you seen his new trousers? They're lovely, aren't they?
Looking very swish.
He always looks swish, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Hannah's made an effort today. She's got an unusual top on today. Yeah, he's got clothes on, yeah. But Paul always looks lovely. And I come in my scruff and get changed into my show clothes. No. Anyway, let's move on. So now we've got 4 different versions that you can do. I've got the pattern on its own as well. Just so you know, I've got the pattern on its own. If you don't want any of our colourways and you've bought some of that lovely batik, then you could make your own, couldn't you, really? Right, so the one that Jules has made is this one here. So let me just move these out of the way. So in this bundle, you get the pattern, you get the bosal. Oh, no, it's not bosal. It's Styleville, this, isn't it? Styleville. Yeah, Styleville. Then you get 1 metre of the pale pink. Is this right? Yeah. 1 metre of that I love this fabric. And you get 1/2 metre of the darker pink. And now this is brand new to me here, but I don't know if anyone else has had one. But look, it's a magnetic invisible button. There's 2 in there. So there's 1 for each side. Now, I'm going to tell you something now. You will have a lot of fabric left over. But what I was thinking was, if you've got the Jules, not Jules Move, if you've got the Beth Studley pod that Jules has made in the past, you could make matching pods to go with this. Or you've got any other patterns. So you will have, or you can make 2. Or you can make two if you want to. If you made two, you won't have enough magnets. That's the only thing. So that's why I was thinking maybe you can make the pods out of it or something like that. So that will make you two of these. Okay? The one that Jules is about to demo with, a third of the stock of that one's gone into baskets already, is this one here. So again, let me move that out of the way. You get the pattern, you get the two magnets, you get the style fill. Now you get a metre of the peppermint, you get a metre of the pebbly, reptile-y, well, you'll see it open in a minute, and half a metre of the green. I want to say it's emerald, but it's not, is it? Oh, it is called emerald. It is called emerald. This is Dina Designs, this one. Mosaic. Dina Design Mosaic. Okay, so that's that bundle. That's the one you're going to see demonstrated. Then the two that you're not going to see demonstrated at all are blue. So you've got your pattern, your magnets, you've got your style fill. Oh, has the fabric fallen off this part? Oh, there it is. Duh. So you get a metre of this one, and you get a metre of the spot, and half a metre of the ivory. I couldn't see that because it was sitting on top of there, and I couldn't see it. So metre, half metre, £33.99. Then last but not least, lots of people bought that one on pre-order. Sorry, say that again. Oh, she was pointing at the telly to tell me, but that one, there's loads that's gone on pre-order. Then this one here was the rose one. So again, you get the pattern, you get the magnets, you get style fill, and then what? This is in the lead. This one's in the lead. I thought the birdie one would have been in the lead. There's only 13 left now of these. So you get a metre of the rose pattern, a metre of the dark rose cotton, Rose and Hubble cotton, and half a metre of the blush. I don't know if they're the real names, but you get all of that in there. £33.99. Now, it is rose and blush. Oh dear, I've been here too long. Right, now, do you want the pattern on its own? Because best patterns fly out on their own. Here it is. Now, this is an experience level. This is not a beginner's project. 8 by 5.5 by 9.5. Love from Beth. £6.50. Now, if you got some of those Bali fabrics earlier, if you do want to make that, the Bali pop fabrics earlier, beautiful. £6.50 for the pattern on its own. Now, how many of those have I got? Oh, half of them have gone already. Half of them have gone already. Shh, Jules, I'm talking. Honestly, she hasn't come in fancy dress today. You were supposed to come in your Easter Bunny outfit today.
That's next time.
Oh, that's next time, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the matter, Hannah? Okay, now I've also got the style fill on its own. Now this, you'll see it being used. This is a lovely, it's fantastic to, now is it one side?
It's ironable.
Yeah,
yes.
ironable.
Fusible.
Yeah, fusible.
Yes.
One side fusible.
Yeah.
In my bag hour later, I've got Bosel as well, one-sided and two-sided. Yeah, I said that. Anyway, you get half metre by 72 centimetres. Now, yes, we're having another week apart. We've been apart for a week and we'll be apart for another week now. If I buy two of these, do they come joined together? No. Okay, they come already cut like that. We're not fighting. Paul just said it's like he's at home, Mum and Dad are fighting. We're not fighting. Also, I'm not old enough to be your dad. Anyway. Yeah, Hannah does call me Dad all the time. Anyway, you've got loads to do, haven't you, Jules? So welcome.
Hello, thank you.
I'm sorry you didn't get a donut.
That's all right. I'm not really keen. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
You're not supposed to say
sorry.
that.
Oh, I'm upset.
It's because it's pink. You don't want to eat it because you want it. You'd have had the toffee one or the chocolate one.
Yeah,
You
I would have had the
pink
chocolate one, yeah.
Apparently the chocolate one wasn't very nice.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's why she had to go
Thanks
back
for taste
get
testing, Hannah.
She had to go, well, she did take one bite out of it and go,
I go, "Bleh."
oh, I don't really like that one. But like, honey, you can't put it
I
back.
should have put it back.
In normal times, let alone COVID times. Right, come on.
Okay,
We've got
okay,
lots to show, haven't we, in this hour?
So if you are used to Beth's patterns, you'll know the format. It'll all be fine. If you're not used to Beth's patterns, just read them.
Yeah, but it does say
Basically.
experience, though, so don't start it if you're a beginner.
No, I think it will take you a little bit of time and you might get a little bit confused if you haven't done some of the processes before. But hopefully we'll alleviate that.
Okay, perfect.
There are lots of photographs to help you along your way anyway, and they all have figure references, so they refer to parts
Just
in
move
the
it to your right a little bit for us.
Sorry.
That's it, perfect. No.
So that all works well. Also, the other thing is that you get all of your templates in there.
Oh, brilliant.
So what I did, because I don't like to cut the patterns up and I have to return mine anyway, but what I did, and it's perfectly okay to do if you're using it for yourself. Obviously, you can't sell these photocopies.
No.
But you need to, I photocopied mine, and then there's a join here. So
Right.
you can actually sellotape it or
Oh, okay,
other tapes
perfect.
available across the join.
Yeah.
And top and bottom. So you've got a base, which is kind of a bit more rounded, and a lid, which is a bit more oval. So
Okay.
you'll need to get your templates out.
Right.
The next thing that you need to do, and this is another thing that Beth frequently does. So again, if you've done this before, you need to take your top fabric and your lining fabric, and in between, you'll put your Styleville.
Right.
Now, Styleville it's fusible.
On one side.
On one side. So we're going to insert, at some point, we're going to insert the magnets. So what you don't want to do is iron it so that the top fabric is on your fusible side.
Right, okay, so you fuse it to the lining.
Exactly.
Right.
And then it just makes the process easier later on. So what you'll do is you'll cut a 20 by 20 and you think, oh, actually, I'm not quite sure where all of the pattern belongs on this.
Yeah.
But if you cut your 20 by 20 and then you quilt it, the benefit of doing that is that your quilting will shrink the fabric dimensions.
Okay.
So consequently, you can actually see where the edges are and you can cut over the edges as opposed to lose your edges.
Okay, you just said 20 by 20, but that's not a square.
No, this is not a 20 by 20. This is the extra bit that I had left
sorry.
over.
Okay, so you do a 20 by 20 bit. Okay.
So actually, when you were saying you could get 2 out of it, I have in parts got 2 out of
Yeah,
it. So
yeah.
it will work.
Yeah.
But basically what you'll do is you'll do a sort of a squiggly kind of pattern. This is perfect if you want to try some free motion stuff. So if you're not quite sure about your free motion and you want to just have a little practice along. Oops, hello.
You might be pressing the wrong foot pedal because there's about 3 foot pedals
Oh
down
no, I
there.
thought I got mine attached. Hello.
Push it in.
Push it in.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
As I moved it up, it moved along.
Carolyn says, good morning, Jules and John. What a gorgeous
Morning,
little
morning.
cutie basket. Just couldn't resist it. Extra Mother's Day present for myself. That's the way to do it.
So on this, I'm not really taking much attention. What you need to do, and I won't be doing it on this one, but try and get it so that the quilted lines are about 1 inch apart, if you
Right.
can. Just because it makes it easier when you are actually cutting into it.
Yeah.
But on this, I'm just doing a little bit of a wiggle. As I
Now,
say,
if
you
don't
can
want
practice.
to wiggle, can you do straight lines?
You do straight line. You do whatever you like.
Okay.
Whatever you like. However you want the whole kind of aspect to look at the end of it. And so you don't have to be too specific about what you're doing with that.
Yeah.
So once you have quilted it, you'll lay out your pattern plan. The only thing that you need to remember that you haven't got a pattern piece for is your handle. And your handle is 19 by 2.5, I think it is.
Right.
So what I would do is just level your bottom, as it were.
Oh, yes. Or your side.
Have a little, yeah. Yes, because we're
So the
essentially
people at
straight.
home will have a piece that's 20 by 20 at this
Yes.
point, where they're not a sliver like you've got.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm just kind of demoing on
Yeah,
the bits that I've got left. So if you level your bottom piece off and then you want piece 19 by 2.5, so if you get to your 2.5 line on there. Now obviously it's quite a thick piece of fabric, so just kind of have your hand nicely on your fabric. So I'll check that's 19 in a second.
Yeah.
And then the other bit, because this is a straight bottom, because that's a straight bottom, it's much easier then to say, right, okay,
yes,
that's
you
where
just
I'm
go
going with
straight
it.
along the edge,
yeah. So you'll just want to quickly pin it.
Now, would you cut this bit out with a rotary cutter as well, or would you cut this bit out with scissors?
I do as much as I can on this sort of thickness with a rotary cutter,
Okay.
only because I tend to find that it gives you a bit more of an accurate edge. I'm a bit wonky wobbly on cutting with scissors. I mean, obviously I do it, but with something like this, it's just the ease of a quick slice up with rotary cutter, isn't it?
because the sides are straight. I was just worried about the curvy bit, that was all.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then, I always get, maybe it's me, maybe I've not got enough oomph. Oomph, we say. Right, sorry. Hidden behind the display.
They're
and
pink
then,
and cheese.
oh, hello.
Oh, now hang on,
No,
Hannah.
it's all right. It's okay. We've got another pair. Don't worry.
Are they normal scissors? Yeah. That's what's normally in the wooden box that I said was missing earlier. The box of scissors is missing.
Yes. I think we've had a bit of a reorganisation.
I think Hannah and I have not been here for a week, so everything's in different places. Yeah.
So now what you're going to do is mark on the darts that you've got. Obviously, you'll take much more time, but it doesn't matter. It works out in the wash. So on the back, so on your lining piece, this is where you want to be marking it because you can see it.
Is it the same both ways then?
Yeah. So what I did was I just marked the bottom of the dart.
Who's quite a few?
You've got to, yes. This is what does the forming of the, obviously the curve.
Yeah.
And then just mark the top. People have different ways of doing stuff, but this to me was the most sensible. And then also marking where you've got a little square there where your magnetic fastener is going to be. So if you...
As you draw that in as well. So what pen are you using there then?
I'm using the one that was on the side, which is a Chaco water erasable pen, is what it is. And then... And basically... Oh, I missed one. You don't have to worry too much about being super accurate.
Right.
Because the fabric is quite thick. Beth's probably going, I spent ages working out where they were supposed to go. Of course you've got to be accurate. But actually, you can get away with stuff. And then the next thing that you're going to do is actually just sew in those darts and also sew around that section there. Right. So this is going to be your little pocket for the magnets that we've got. So I tend to find it's easier if you put your finger in between and roll the fabric around it because it's quite thick.
Yeah.
And then you'll match it up and just sew down one of your lines.
Okay.
So I shall sew all of these for you.
Now you are going through quite a few layers of fabric though. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fabric and 2 of the style veil as well. So.
I have. I've lengthened my stitch. You can use a walking foot. It depends what your machine's like. If you've got a machine that you know you can't get through this, then obviously use your walking foot.
Yeah.
These machines, brilliant. They'll take it. So it's. I think sometimes when you've got a walking foot on and you're not doing a big quilt project, some of these inset pieces that we'll do in a little while are they're quite fiddly, and I sometimes find I can't manipulate underneath the walking foot because it's a bit bigger.
Yeah.
But it's whatever you feel best with, really.
The thing is, though, with the more and more machines now, my walking foot is a 680, and it's quite a substantial walking foot. But the Dukey now has one actually in the machine. You just bring it down. It's the same size as the foot, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen that. So now, I'll sew. I'll just sew it, although I haven't got a magnet to hand.
Oh, okay.
However, the magnets, I don't know if you want to just show in the packet.
Yeah, Hannah, have we got these on their own?
So you see the magnets?
Of the magnets. Oh, sorry, we did have the magnets. They've sold out on their own. Basically, you get two. It's 2 sets. I'm not going to open this one because this one will be going to somebody. It's got the it's got two magnets that they're basically, you know, like the magnetic fasteners, but there's one's going to be not seen and one will be seen. Is that right?
No, they'll both be hidden.
Oh, they're both hidden.
Sorry
They're
to
both
correct,
hidden.
but yes,
They're
they'll
both
both be hidden.
Right.
But because they're flat, unlike the one that's actually on there, I hadn't got any, so
Yes.
I used a normal bag fastener.
Oh, that's what's confused me, because I could see yours.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah,
No, I used a normal bag fastener, which it's super fiddly to try and put in. It's possible, but it really will. It's a nuisance.
Okay.
Whereas the ones that Beth suggests that we've got now work really well.
Of course. So that's why you make it into pocket, because they both sit in there. Right. Very good. Quickly though, what's what got to say about the rose one? 4 left of the rose bundle. That's it now. 4 left of the rose bundle. So you get the pattern, the magnets we were just talking about, 1/2 metre of blush, 1 metre of rose, 1 metre of rose pattern, plus your Styleville.
And this is what I was meaning now about with your Styleville, because you want to be putting the pocket, the magnet into that pocket.
Right.
So you'll need to undo any quilting that you've done through
Within
that pocket
square.
area. Because I'm not putting a magnet in, I won't be worrying about that.
Yeah.
But that's the stage that you're at the moment.
Right.
Next thing we're going to do is join this. So this makes half of your bag, so your front pocket.
Right.
And obviously the darts are where the top is, because that's your curvy bit.
Yeah.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to sew it wrong sides together, which you kind of think, oh, we normally sew right sides together. Don't think you've gone wrong, you haven't. Because what we'll do then is we'll actually put a cover over the top.
Okay.
So 1/4 inch seam down your long seam, and I've set my foot so I've got 1/4 inch on here. Ooh. Might not like 8 pieces of fabric. I know, it's fine. Just go a bit slower, Julie, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll take it off the hair. Good. Well, it's like when you're driving, you put your foot down, don't you? Well,
Do you?
sorry. I drive like I sew. Oh, there's a challenge. So now you've got your little seam there. Just press it open a fraction. You don't be too worried about it, because this is what we're going to cover.
Right.
In the instructions, you're told to cut a little piece of fabric. I think it's 5 by 1 1/4, but it's all in the information. And so what you'll do here is you'll fold over and press in 1/4 inch.
Right.
So either press it with an iron or with your fingers or with your clover
We've
press.
got the clover press coming up in the next hour, actually.
Yeah, I love my clover press. So both sides do the same. Next thing that you'll do, sorry, if I'm going too speedy, tell me.
No, you're going fine.
Next thing that you do, obviously you've got them pressed both in.
You're very informative, calm and helpful.
Bless
according to... No, it wasn't me. I wasn't saying that.
No, I don't say that.
Sue said that, and she could watch you all day.
Oh, bless you. So what you want to do now is you want to be covering this piece, the seam piece here. And the best way that I found was if you go down one side and just kind of tuck under the seam as you're placing the strip across the top.
Yeah.
Then grab your flower heads.
That's a pin.
Pins, and pin it down. And then before you finish your piece with the pin, make sure that you pin it up. Can you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you go down and do all of that, and then when you're sewing it, sew it so that that your pins are on the left. So I'll be sewing down this side, and
Right.
I'll tell you why. I'll start one off. I've got the next stage done, but
All right.
So just to show you what I mean.
While you're pinning that, we've got another question for you. Theoretically, could you just use snaps to fasten it? Thank you.
Could, if you're making another one. So one you'll have, in your kit, you'll have enough to make one with the magnet.
Yeah.
And it's actually, the magnet's really satisfying when it closes. But if you wanted to make the other one with snaps, you could.
But you can use the magnetic snaps or any kind of poppers if you want to, because look,
Yeah.
you've got a tab with one side on there, and then you'd literally put the other one on. Oh, I'm sorry. Paul's just got to get the camera back to me. So one's on a tab there, and then one would be on there on your actual thing. So you could then put it and close it like that.
Yeah. So you could do it, yeah, you could
We've
do
got
it.
them in the next hour, or they're on pre-order underneath us. So,
So what I
hang on,
mean
so
is
let's look how you're sewing that.
I've
then.
got my pins all running down that side.
Yeah.
So and don't worry about top and bottom, you're going to trim those off. That just gives you a little bit more leeway to make it straight.
Right.
So if you manipulate underneath and make sure you're only sewing through one side of the project, not through to the other side. Get your needle lined up. You only want about 1/8 of an inch. So you're literally sewing along the pressed edge or thereabouts.
Yeah.
So that you're attaching it.
You could do it by hand if you wanted to, couldn't you?
Absolutely, you could do.
Yeah.
Depends how you feel about things. I mean, there's a lot of hand sewing if you want it in this project as well.
Okay.
So just start it off, take it easy, up to your pin, and then when you get to your pin, before you go over your pin, pull the pin forward to the left.
Yeah, but
so
not
that
out.
Yes, so it's still holding on one side.
Yeah.
And then just carry on all the way down. And then, I won't do any more because I've got the other one.
Yeah, okay.
And then you'll secure it down one side, get to the bottom, and then you'll be able to do the same down the other
And
side.
then take your pins out as you go along.
And then take your pins out as you go, yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so, numéro 2. So next stage, we are going to put some binding around here. So, oops, put that on that side and then we'll see what we're doing. So if you've never attached binding before, there's quite a bit of binding in here. All the strips will be prepared in the same way. So you take your strip and you fold up 1/4.
Can I ask, is it bias or straight?
Bias. Sorry, yes, thank you.
No, sorry.
Definitely bias. I think in the instructions it says, one of them it says bias binding and the other it says binding. Just do bias for all of it.
Okay.
Just makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
So flatten one side out and then you're attaching the unfolded side to the outside of your fabric of your pocket.
Yeah.
So line it up with the centre, but don't start sewing there.
Yeah.
Start sewing about 1 inch in.
Right.
We've not measured it yet, don't worry. Just make sure it all attaches properly first and then we'll cut it off at the back.
Okay.
So I'll do this again, 1/4 of an inch seam, pretty much all the way around. And when because it's bias, you've got curves here, you can get around the curves quite nicely. Just kind of ease it around really. Make sure that you're keeping it to the edge. And then once we've attached this, this is where you could, if you wanted to, do some hand sewing.
Right.
And attach the binding down. Now, normally I would, but today we're not.
Okay.
So I'll show you how you can do it on with machine sewing if you want to. So as you can see, you just need to kind of take your time and get around. And I'm flattening it out as I go. It's what you don't want to do. Don't say what you don't want to do because otherwise you'll do it. Right?
No, exactly.
You know what I don't want to do. So nearly there. And but in a little while you might want to take your free arm off as well.
Right.
It's not so much of a worry for this bit, but there's one bit where it is useful. So we're coming back to the beginning again. So before you get there, what you'll need to do now is just to complete the circle. So because we've got these two free ends, gauge them, put them together. Oh, bless you. Gauge them, put them together. You can pin them if you want. Guess who didn't?
Oh, so you're just making it the exact length for the... Yeah, got it.
So if you hold it and then pull this piece out. And if you're quick enough, you put your needle down.
Yeah.
Or your foot down even. You can go just straight across. and then you take that off. Flatten it back out again and finish your circle.
Right.
And then, as I say, once we've done that, we'll go around again, having taken it to the back.
Right. Yeah, fold it over and then machine it back down.
Yeah. So that's the stage you're at. Turn it inside out, or wrong way out. Pull your binding over, and then so you've got your folded edge there. You can either slip stitch that down, or I'm just going to go around and sew it down. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yes, I do need to do this bit before we go on to the next.
Oh,
bit.
you've not got that bit done, Reddy?
You can't. Well, there's bits you can do before and bits you can't.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we go around again. I knew I wasn't going to have time to do any hand sewing. So.
Yeah. Oh no, exactly.
So. And the reason I normally do hand sewing is, as I say, I'm not terribly straight. If I had to stitch in the ditch, I'd rather do creative stitching. I'm a creative stitcher. Yeah, life's too short to be straight lines, isn't it, really?
Yeah, but if you like hand stitching, then you can just do.
Yeah, I quite like hand stitching as well. So, I can't even do straight stitching on the machine.
Someone's asked, is it easier if you slip the arm off?
Some parts it is. I don't need to go underneath on that bit there. But some parts it is.
Yeah.
And again, you know your machines, you know how you like to work with your machines, where you sit and settle and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So if what I'm doing looks a bit awkward, then it won't be for you to do it at home.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and the reason that I needed to do that bit before the next bit is because now what I'm going to do is form the back. So if you have a look at your sample, can you see you've got a flat back piece on there?
The middle, you mean the middle bit there?
Yes, so that's flat. So the way to make it flat is you need to gauge where your centre is. So we know we've just sewn up there.
Yeah.
So that is my centre point. Put my centre point there. And on the other side.
It's the flat bit here that we're talking about there.
Yeah.
There you go.
So as I say, we're going to form that now.
Okay.
So what you want is a 5.5 inch back to it. So the easiest way to do that is to have a centre point and to measure 2 3/4 one way and 2 3/4 the other way, and then that'll add up to 5.5.
Right.
So I put a pin in. Oh, it's a bent pin. I've got 3.5s on there. I'm at the wrong end, aren't I?
Yeah.
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 But there's a way to do it, even if you're at the wrong end. You mark your top and bottom, and then we'll just fold the seam. And we're just going to do a top stitch down the seam.
Doing a top stitch where, sorry?
Down to form the seam.
Oh, okay.
So you're actually not sewing anything to anything
No.
else, but so on the outside, so here we go. If you finger press that into a line,
Yeah.
just move my pins now. I'm happy that's where it's supposed to be.
Oh, she's just literally doing like a little pin tuck just
Yeah.
to create a spine.
Yes,
Got it.
very eloquent, John.
Well, no.
Should have come to you first. But what you need to do is just stop before the binding. You don't have to go as far as the binding.
Oh, okay.
So I tend to start at the binding then because that reminds me not to go that far.
And how far in do you sew?
1/8 of an inch.
Oh, tiny.
Yeah. You're only just literally catching the 2 layers. Oh, well, 4 layers. Do you know what I mean? Back and front. Because then what we're going to do is we're going to put the bottom binding on and we're going to put the base on.
Right.
So that's an interesting thing to do.
Okay. Oh.
It's actually, this is such a nice little project because you're learning a lot of things that you would use in a bigger bag.
Yes.
But it's not so foreboding, really. Okay, so there you go. You see now.
Oh, hang on. Show us that again. Sorry. That's it. Perfect.
There you go. You've got your flat back now.
Lovely.
Okay. So what we're going to do is turn it insides again. And I've now got the base binding. So this is in the lining fabric.
Right.
And again, exactly the same as we've done before. Fold up the 1/4 of an inch. So now what we're going to do is starting at the back, always start at the back, just because it makes it a little bit neater. Again, centre it and then go in about 1 inch and I'll just bind that and then we'll put the base on.
Okay.
Actually, I might take that off for that one.
She's not gone for the other donut,
She's a sore spot.
isn't she? She's on healthy eating at the moment as well.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. So as well as the donut, she said pieces of chicken.
What? With the donut?
Oh, that's all she said so far.
Oh.
So the chicken and the water are the healthy eating, and the donuts don't go down the list.
Did somebody buy it for her?
What, the donuts?
Yeah.
They were bought for all of us, so we had one each.
Oh, okay. Well, you see, they don't count, do they, calorie-wise?
If
Somebody
bought
else,
them.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's probably Hannah's school of thought.
Yeah. Well, what she's forgotten is they were bought to share.
Is she an only child?
Yes. In fact, when she picked it, she went, "I'm an only child, John. I'm an only child."
So sharing actually doesn't come into it very much, does it?
Oh, okay. Well, no, because she used to have a lodger.
Oh.
And the poor old lodger, who was a friend of hers, wasn't allowed to sit on the certain chairs. She could only sit on certain chairs. She was paying her rent and everything.
But just not rent for that chair.
No, Hannah bought the chairs and she said, right, you can sit on the old one there. You can't sit on the sofa with me. She wasn't allowed to put bunting up in her bedroom or anything.
What a landlord.
I know. Well, she soon left.
Are we surprised? Is she still your friend, Hannah?
It was her best friend.
Yes.
It was her best friend.
In the past tense.
Yeah.
Okay, so done just exactly the same as I did before. I'll finish that a little bit off.
What's the matter?
I'm just thinking. I thought I had a. Yes, I did have a base. Sorry, I'm just looking. Where's my base? The one that says base on it.
Yes.
I'm looking at this. That is not a base. That is a lid. Right. Okay. So how are we doing for? Oh.
You're all right. Don't worry. We can go a little bit over because I went over into your hour.
All right. So now what we're going to do. So you've got that. Don't be tempted to seal the bottom.
Oh, like you did with the
Yes,
dark green.
not
yeah.
at the minute.
Right,
We're not doing that at the minute. Okay, so now what you're doing is you want to take your base, which has got
Right.
base written on it. Just a bit of a challenge there. And now we're going to pin for all it's worth. So if you look, you've got on the base, you have got a flat piece and then the curved piece, and then you've got the flat piece and
Right.
the curved piece. So marry them up. I kind of did a quick sort of finger press and a quick sort of, well, that's about the middle. But don't worry too much because it does fit in as it should do.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is you're going to have, and I think the diagram on here looks quite quite fierce if you if you see it, but this is exactly what you're going to do. So
Hang
you're
on a
going
sec,
to
we haven't seen that yet. Right, there you go.
yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like there's pins everywhere, but that's exactly what you need to do. So you've got the corners. Line up the corners first of all, and then line up your middle.
Right.
And just literally make sure that the edges of your base fit exactly onto the edges of the material part. So the fabric part is what you're looking at.
Right.
Don't worry too much about anything else, but the fabric at the front, because when you're sewing it around, you haven't got time to keep looking back and matching up. Well, it's not time. It's not time. There's too many things to look at.
Yes, yeah.
And then what I would do is where the corner pieces are that you've just sewn down, put a diagonal pin in. So go that away. So you remember when you're sewing it, that's your corner. You see how my mind works. It's got to be fairly basic.
Yeah.
So we'll do that on the other side. So centre corners and then the centre bit up to here. And I found that pins are better than clips here.
Okay.
Although you've got a lot of layers to go through, you just, when you've got to try and manipulate them underneath the machine, pins are a lot easier to manipulate
clips
around.
make it too bulky, wouldn't
I keep picking that one up, I'll take it out.
they? Oh, yes.
Some challenged pins there. So this is what will take a little bit of time and concentration.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, it's quiet.
It's quiet, concentrating.
Shall I sing? Oh no, that one's losing its head. Right, okay, but you get the general
Yeah.
gist of. I'm going to sew it.
Oh.
Well, because I think, yes, you need to see the corner bits, I think. And then I can whip through a few other bits to get you to the next stage. Right, there we go. I think pinned to within an inch of its life, bless it. And I'd start in the middle at the back. So when you're doing this, that's the layer that you want to go through.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep adjusting yourself around on the machine. So let's hope we get underneath. There we are. And again, 1/4 of an inch is where we're going with it.
Uh-huh. Just take your time going around this bit. That's
Yes.
the
message from this.
Yes.
This is, yeah. And when you're getting up to the corner, so you've got obviously the sides that you're going to go around as well. So get up to the corner, leave your needle down, and just twist it. Lift your foot, twist it, so that all the fabric, you're pushing all the fabric underneath and out of the way.
But leave your needle down, because otherwise you're going to lose your place,
You have a kind of skip seam. And also you've got the binding going on. So make sure your binding's flat out of the way as well. Otherwise you won't be able to cover it.
If you were going to hand sew your binding on, would you have needed to put it on first?
You would have done exactly the same process.
Okay.
Because the hand sewing goes after this bit.
No, I meant if you wanted to hand sew the whole, if you find this bit too tricky, you could sew it without the binding on and then hand whip both sides of the binding on afterwards, like a Hong Kong seam afterwards, just to finish the edge off.
Yeah, you could do. You could do.
I'm just thinking, because you've got a lot of people.
There's a lot going on.
There's lots of there's lots of layers going on there, and lots of things to make sure you don't catch. Like you've got to make sure you don't catch the main pocket. You've got to make sure you don't catch the binding. So just thinking.
Yeah, you could. You could. A bit like we did the back seam.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you still got to remember to do the curve.
Yeah.
I mean, once you've got the hang of it, you could possibly adjust the pattern size and make it a bit bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Or smaller if you wanted like a needle case or something.
Paul just said you've got 9 hours left on your demo. He meant 9 minutes.
Oh, bless you. Right, I will just complete this and then, so corner again, needle down, pin out, foot up, chocks away.
Yeah, chatting away to yourself over there.
And then you just have to twist it. I think that's the challenge if you've not done it before, remembering to twist it out of the way and get everything out of the way.
Yes.
And then once you've done it all, so I'm back to the beginning again. The other thing to do is make sure before you do anything else that so that's why. Make sure that you've caught your corners.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, haven't one and haven't the other. But that's not too much of a problem because you can just go back and catch where you've missed. That's when I was telling you not doing it.
Yeah.
And then what you would do is finish off your binding. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have lost that now.
Can do what?
Don't lose it, don't lose it. There we go. Because I say this every time, because I haven't got a cut your own stitch thing on it, on mine, I forget.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be where you're going with it.
Yeah.
So you go over the top there.
So you bind that edge, all that.
And then,
that seam.
Then that's your first part of the little pocket.
Right.
I'll leave that because I can do that at another time, Push your corners out so it stands up nicely. Then the next bit that you're going to do is you're going to attach your lid onto there. So with this, I've pre-made the lid. So the lid will be exactly like the base.
Yeah.
Which I had, so exactly like the base, and then you put the binding around it. So the binding is exactly as we've done before, and you just put it onto the other side. So no different.
So you complete that, you completely finish the lid, as it were, before you stitch it on.
Yeah. And then what you want to do is, you want to do it so that you need to remember that it's going to hinge like that. So you don't want to sew it like that. You want to sew it kind of more level. And this will be where you can hand stitch it across, because that won't be seen.
Right.
So hand stitch your lid across. I will not hand stitch it. I'm going to quickly go on the machine to do it.
Why is it not going to be seen? Well,
because because we're going to put. You see at the top that pink piece across the middle.
Yeah.
So that is. The next
that's
bit,
covering them. Yes,
yeah, that's the next bit of binding. So I'm just literally. You will take time and you will hand stitch it, and you will make sure that it all lines up and everything.
Yeah.
So what we've got now is that attached to there. So I'll bring in my other one because I've already made that one. And this is where we're going to be at. So we've got the two.
Right.
Like this. The next stage that you'll have is that you'll attach your little lid flap. So if I show you the lid flap here.
Okay, yeah.
Now, when you're doing the lid flap, you'll have cut two pieces like this.
Yeah.
You'll be facing them, but you need to make sure that there's enough room to put your other part of your magnet in.
Yeah, of course.
So if you stitch all the way around, all three sides, and then on the ends, you'll need to press in about 1/4 of an inch again.
Okay.
So stitch around all three sides, turn it inside out, press it, insert your magnet, and then stitch it onto the top of the lid.
Okay, so is the magnet loose inside that tab?
Yeah, but it will fit securely enough to be in there.
Yeah.
And then you just stitch to secure on the top.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll have done that little bit. So if you imagine now that we've got both of them with little tabs on, next thing that you'll do is you'll take your seams, so the spines that we've created, and before you put any binding on, so I've raced ahead, but before you put any binding on, this is where you'll need to really hand stitch it down, because there's just too much to get under the machine. So what you want to do is just a little running stitch between the two. You can work it so that when you come up to do it, you're still on the stitch line. You go up and down on the stitch line, so you can't see an extra line. So go from top to bottom on there. So you're...
And you're not going to see it anyway, because the handle covers it, doesn't it?
Exactly. So you're securing that line there, and do exactly the same on the other side. Once you've done all of that, then we're attaching the binding. So the binding piece, it's in two pieces like this. So it is 1.5 by 5.5. So you'll sew these together. So across the ends down, and then leave a turning gap.
Right.
Turn it inside out and then press it.
And that's for there, is it?
That's for this piece that goes across the centre. And then sew it to either side. Now again, officially we should be hand stitching it, but I did run it along with the machine just because it was easier. All right, so that's where you're at with that. And then the next stage is making your handle.
Right.
So if you remember the 19 by 2.5 piece that we had in the beginning.
Was that today?
That was today.
You haven't mentioned that it's 19.5 yet.
19
No,
by
you did the width, but then you said I'll check later.
Oh,
it's 19.
no, I did it
Oh, you did it secretly?
Right, okay,
Oh.
I'll just show you. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry, missed
from
that.
zero, yeah. And then you have another piece to back it. So what you want to do here is again sew it along and leave a turning gap.
Could you double the dimensions to make it bigger, says Sue?
I think you could, but I'm not sure about the binding. Having not sort of done it, you could just check the binding. I mean, you could just make a whole length of binding and then cut it off like we did around the top.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'd be an issue.
No. I think you could grade up or grade down, like you said earlier, if you want to make the whole thing into like panniers for your bike or something, you can make it nice.
Yeah.
Because I also think, I don't know if I'd sew them together down the sides. I quite like them when you had them, like that. I think
and
they
you
look
could
lovely.
you can actually put a little hook on there and hang them, couldn't you? Yeah, no, I looked at that. It's almost like a salt cellar kind of thing, isn't it?
Oh, how funny. Hannah said that last time we did pod. She said salt cellar and garlic. That's what she thought in hers.
Yeah, so I think you could quite easily do that. But as I say, if you imagine you've done that, then you've got your handle. Yeah. So you backed your handle, turn it through, use your prim tool to turn it through. And then once you've done that, you will fold it. So you measure 5 inches from the end, and then you fold it into the centre. Right. So obviously this is a raw edge, that's why you're lining it. Yeah. And then you sew down in the centre bit.
Yeah. I've got that on mine, Paul. There you go.
Yeah. So you sew down the centre bit. And then the final thing that you do is you just attach the handles. So you've got
because it's bound out, so both the edges aren't raw. That you've turned it through, haven't you? So
exactly.
Finished edges,
So if you pop it down and then just measure it up, so you're about 1 inch from the top. So if your handle's already doing that, you're about 1 inch from the top, and you just sew it around, really.
Did you machine that on as well?
I hand sewed that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hand sewed that one.
Oh, but you've got your like. Oh no! Did you, when you bagged it through? Did you top stitch round the outside of it when you bagged the handle through?
I did.
So then, because I was going to say, then you've got a line of top stitch you can follow with your hand. Stitching if you wanted to.
And also, obviously, because I've got a turning gap, I've got to have done something to close the turning gap.
Turning gap, exactly.
So, and actually, I did because I wasn't putting a magnet in this one. I top stitched this. I quite like the top stitching on the. I think it finishes it off.
Yes.
But that one I didn't, because I got the magnets in there.
Yes,
and it would go all wonky, more wonky than normal.
Brilliant. Thank you. We got there. We got there.
So sorry, it was only like.
Oh no, loads of top tips in there. So you're back in now doing the diamond. Oh, it's moving, Hannah.
Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry, that was my fault.
Oh, there you go, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're doing the, yes. That's a bit of, we're going to play.
Yes, that's a hacked pattern from the book that you get in the next hour. Right, let me just go through the bundles from this hour. The bundle we're working with is this one here, the mosaic. So what you get is you get the pattern, you get the magnets, you get half a metre of the emerald, you get 1 metre of the mosaic, and then 1 metre of the lime pepperminty green, plus your Styleville, £38.99. That one, there is enough there to make 2. You just haven't got enough magnets to make 2. Third of the stock of that one has gone. Loads in baskets. This one that the sample is made out of is next. Over half the stock of this one's gone. So you get the pattern, you get the magnet, you get half a metre of the bright pink. This bird fabric is just gorgeous, isn't it? Oh, look. They had a film in that box the other day. And then a metre of your pink, and then you've got your Styleville, $36.99. That makes that finished one, which is down there somewhere. Righty-ho. The rose one, I presume, is sold out. Rose one sold out. And then we've got the blue one, which started off as the leader. In pre-order, this one was in the leader. Right. So you get your magnets, you get your pattern, you get your Styleville, you get a metre of the bright blue, you get a metre of the spot, and you get half a metre of the ivory. That'd be lovely, that one. And then now, are there any patterns left on their own? There are 10 patterns left not on their own, not gone yet. $6.50. Oh, what was that? Oh, it's upstairs. Sounded like it was next door. Right, and then the Styleville on its own. Now, this is one-sided fusible. This one. We've got Bosal coming up in the next hour, both one-sided and two-sided. This is $6.99 for this. You get this for $6.99. Okay. Right. I'm going to go for a break now. When we come back, we've got an hour of... It says on the menu that it was tools, but it's... Hannah changed it, didn't tell anyone. To handbag accessories and bits and patterns and things like that. Bag making. Bag making. We'll see you. It was no tools. 3 minutes from now.
Hello everyone, I'm Delphine Brooks. It's so great to be here and part of the Sewing Street family. I'm local, I'm only down the road in Warwickshire. I started sewing many years ago when I was very young, doing lots of art and painting, and eventually I went into textiles and I really enjoyed doing the two together. I then had a bit of a break. Something you don't know about me maybe is that I spent many years in the Royal Air Force and eventually in the police as well. And then I went full circle and I've come back to my happy place of sewing, and which I really enjoy. My best sewing tip is measure twice and cut once. I have chipped up a couple of times by not measuring properly, and I do always regret it. So now I always measure twice, cut once. Anyway, I really hope to be with you again soon, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.
Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters, and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
Hi, my name's Jules Mayouf and I'm really excited to be a guest designer on Sewing Street. Okay, I got into sewing through my grandma. I used to sit and watch her. She was a dressmaker, and I started off making toys, and then I was dressmaking myself, and from then I've done homeware and children's wear and all sorts of different things in between. I would say my top tip is to be kind to yourself. It's only fabric at the end of the day, and if things do go wrong, then you've always got your quick unpick. My claim to fame is that in 2012 I was a VIP driver with the Olympics, and I met some really interesting people who were very nice, and I'm hoping that I'll meet some very interesting and nice people on Sewing Street too.
Stuck for ideas for the perfect gift? Why not get them a gift card? You can buy Sewing Street and Yarn Lane gift cards loaded up with anything from £10 to £500. Shop our gift cards online at www.sewingstreet.com or www.yarnlane.com, or purchase them via our UK call centre on 0800 001 44 33.
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task, and sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Well, our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. They're full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and as enjoyable as possible. And not only will they take your order, they will also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too. It must be this table. You know, Jules had the sniffles saying, oh no, you didn't see that bit. Jules saying, is it the aircon on? Getting a bit sniffly. I said, no, the aircon's not on. It must be this table. I think we've got new, because we sanitise the table between each show and everything. And we've got a new, I've never seen this make before, bio something. Maybe it's that. Anyway, maybe it's Hannah. We don't get that close to Hannah, so it can't be Hannah. Could be the sugar from the donuts. I'm on 11 o'clock. We've got these, I'm at 11 o'clock now on mine. Hannah's still, so I've got 7 o'clock is good morning, but I was up at 5, so that doesn't count. Have a nice day, 9 o'clock. Remember your goal, 11 o'clock. Come on, at 1 o'clock it says. Look, come on at 1 o'clock. Drink more at 3 o'clock. Never say never at 5. The trouble is this goes to 9 o'clock. Oh no, I'm not working tomorrow. So I could be up. I can stay up and drink my water at 9 o'clock then. That's fine. Right. We could race next time win, but then you have to. Hannah's still got yesterday's Vinto in it from yesterday. Anyway, sugar-based squashes are available. Glenys is enjoying the show. Thank you, Glenys, my lovely. It's very quiet. Oh, it's very quiet on Facebook Live today, actually. Very few people there compared to normal. We will do single-sided Bosal first. There we go. This is single-sided Bosal. Right, so oh, hang on, is it though? Yeah. Oh, now. You'll get the right one, don't worry. One's got a lining on it. They're different. I'm thinking that this is one-sided Bosal because it only feels like there's glue on one side of this one. So now this is the same as the Starville that we just showed, but Bosal is a different make. What's the matter? 11.99 this is, so you get 150 centimetres across by half a metre. I'm saying that I don't know if it's, would this be joined or are they already cut pieces? I'm going to say cut pieces, then if it comes joined together, then you'll be, it's good, isn't it? Oh, they are joined together, these. These are, because they come off the roll. They come off the roll. Our graphics are all broken at the moment, but we'll be with you in a second. Anyway, Hannah thinks you get this in the roll. So this is single-sided. Now, Debbie, if you watch Debbie making a lot of her bags, she uses Bosal a lot in her bag making. So look how wide this one is, though. Look, so that's what you get there for your $11.99. And this is single-sided Bosal. It's not heavy at all. It's not heavy whatsoever. It's nice and bouncy. It'd be lovely to do the quilting that you just saw the Styleville doing for the side of the project that Jules just did. And this again is one side. Now, if you did buy just the pattern and you didn't buy the Styleville, you could buy, but don't buy the two-sided for that pattern because you only want the one-sided for that pattern because you have to slip the magnet in. But we'll come to two-sided in a second. So £11.99 for your half a metre there. Then you've got double-sided by the half metre. They've taken the little silver stickers off them, haven't they? We'll have to send Kat a little film. What we do at the end, when we pack up, so tomorrow, it'll be Kat produce. Oh, that's why I couldn't feel it. Oh, Hannah, I was feeling it, thinking, right, okay, so which one am I doing now? Sewing. Right, this is your sewing one. No, that's fine, that's fine. So the double-sided one is sold out. The one I had just a minute ago was one-sided, which I said, and then this one here is your sewing. So there's no glue on this one at all. This one is literally purely sewing in. Why would you use sewing, Hannah, when you could have iron on? What fabric wouldn't you put it on? Oh, because, go on. Okay, so ironing on the back of a PU makes Hannah nervous, but please don't be nervous. No, only because Rebecca Frost, Alexander Frost, what's she called? Buffer, she irons onto the back of PU. Lisa Lamb irons onto the back of PU. Just be careful with it. But some people don't like the iron on. Some people do just like to sew it in. So this is your sewing. This is your sewing one. At £10.99. This one, see, it's got no adhesive side. This is all sewing. Right, okay. On the Bosal website, it says used on brushed polyester. Okay, brushed polyester makes Hannah nervous. I'm not surprised. Susie. Susie's watching, everybody. Susie, I've emailed your daughter. I've emailed her lots of tips. She says, the diamond quilt behind you is superb, coming up in the next hour. It's a hack of a pattern. Ema says, lovely to see you on Sewing Street. Missed you all week. Well, I'm not in again for another week now. Trudy. Where did you get the water bottle from? Well, no. We can't tell you that. Amazon. I just put water, 2 litre water bottle in Amazon. It came up. Oh, message from Sharon. Oh, I mean, I don't know if it's my eyesight, but the words look like they're getting smaller. It's so good to have you back, John. I've had the most dreadful week, but you, Hannah and Paul, have lifted my spirits. Thank you so much, love, from Sharon in Cumbria. Oh, Sharon, thank you. Sharon, make the most of it, 'cause I'm not in for another week now. Oh, and Paul's not in as often either. I know. Don't panic. They're not reducing the shows. I think what it is Vix is just trying to get as many shifts in before she can't get behind the table anymore. Well, her baby's due in, it must be due in about 2 weeks' time, isn't it? What date is it today? 1st of April it's due. No, we said it on the competition. We said Vic said the due date was April, but she thinks she's going to go 2 weeks over. I think it'll come on the 2nd of April, I do, for some reason. Oh, Hannah, Paul thinks it will come on the 1st. Anyway, she doesn't know if it's a boy or a girl or anything. Just a baby. Pam says we're not saying anything because we're engrossed in everything you're saying. Oh, thank you. No, she can't have twins, Paul. They would have picked it up on the scan. It's not like... when my mum was pregnant with my younger brother and sister who are twins, they kept saying to her at Nocton Hall in Lincolnshire, they kept saying, no, there's only one. There's only one. My mum was like this. She's not big enough for twins anyway, Paul. My mum was like this. And she kept... Anyway, my brother came out and he was like round. We are talking... No, he was around my little sister like that. We are talking 56 years ago. No, he wasn't around. So he came out a healthy bounce point. She came out backwards and very little. And deaf. Right. Okay, moving on. Multi-purpose sewing clips. You saw these being used earlier by Jules Mayouf. And now, please, what? Look. Nobody's taking the early bird price off. They're supposed to be $19.99. Right, $9.99. You're saving £10, right? You're saving more than you're spending. You get 50 multicoloured. What it is they're in a great big vat and they do it by weight and they kind of weigh them and put them into the bag and everything. So I can't guarantee you'll get 8 red ones or 6 purple ones or 2 orange ones. You'll get what you're given. But $9.99. This was an early bird special. And I think this is an early bird special because early bird specials, that's an amazing early bird special. £10 off, you're saving more than you're paying, right? Well, you're going to use them. And also you're going to lose them, aren't you? Because you're going to use them and lose them. Use them or lose them. I can't even get the bag open. Well, you know what I mean. It's just, I'd multi-buy these. Because they're a lovely little gift. If you're doing the Secret Santa and you're spending £10, well, because hopefully next Christmas we'll be able to do Secret Santa. Or Easter. All right, then. Easter Secret Santa. An Easter or a birthday Secret Santa. They're $9.99. You're saving £10. You are saving £10. That, Paul, that's 9 months away. Anna just said to Paul, you could have had a baby by then. No, he hasn't got the hips, he said. Or the temperament. Anyway, $9.99. What's the matter? Saving £10? Loads going into baskets. No, Paul, these wouldn't help with your baby. It's got plenty of room for a baby and a nice big garden. Anyway, $9.99. They should be $19.99. They shouldn't be an early bird. Someone's just forgotten to take that off the graphics. So you will only be charged $9.99. It's gone through the computer now. You'll only be charged $9.99. But as soon as the office see this, they'll most probably put it back up to $19.99. At $9.99. $9.99. Now, because you can't pin PU, you have to use clips for PU, don't you? Right, here we go. Now, I just have to stretch when my belly gets in the way. It's what us presenters here have this trouble. You see, we've all got bellies in the way. No, I'm not having a baby in 9 months. No, mine looks like it's due next week at the moment. Right, okay, let's do gold first of all. Soft gold. Right, this is PU. Now, I think the graphics of this say leather. Yeah, look, there you go. PU leather. There is no leather in it whatsoever. It's a leather look fabric. It's fabulous. It's really good quality. It's gorgeous and soft. This is viscose. This is the PU, so it's 50-50. This was launched on the birthday week. And how much is it? $6.99 for half a metre. 15 metres is left, that's all. 15 metres. It's lovely. What colour? Light gold. Light gold. Well, you can't make shoes out of it, Hannah. You can make slippers. You can make yourself some slippers. It's a beautiful colour. It's like my mum had a white, it was like a Grecian dress, like a white chiffon dress done in a Grecian style. And then across here, it had like, it was an Empire line dress. It had stitching, done tessellated stitching going around like that. So she looked like a Greek goddess. In this gold, it was in this gold. Anyway, $6.99, that wasn't in PU, obviously it was stitching. $6.99 this is. Bag would be lovely. Hat. Paul wants to make a hat out of it. That might be a bit strange. Half the stock of the light gold has gone into baskets. Oh, okay, right. On the picture on the web, this is it on the web, right? It does this. You're seeing on the telly. That's more of a yellow gold, the one on the and it's also a textured one, isn't it? Whereas this is your lovely smooth one. Come on in. This is much classier. I think they've used lots of flash on that picture, haven't they? Did Hannah take it? Give us a call, 0800 001 44 33. It's lovely. It's so soft. Look. Oh, look. Now, back in the day, you couldn't do that to PU, could you? Look how soft that is and squidgy. That's about to sell out, that one. Thank you. Brown. Oh, no, hang on. I don't think this is brown. IBLJ79. I'd call it elephant. Oh, grey. We've called it grey. There's definitely brown. If you were mixing that paint colour, you'd have brown in there, wouldn't you? Okay, Hannah really needs the pandemic to finish. She's now watching YouTube films about a man who looks at a colour and then the man guesses what colours are in the paint. Anyway, look. $6.99 again. Good. Look at that. Beautiful and soft. We used to have we had the Great British Sewing Bee book when we were at Sewing Quarter, and we used to make the lovely bomber jacket out of this, didn't we? It's that good quality. So we called it grey. I'd call it elephant. Again, mate, you could put that with a lovely, not that we've got it today, lovely mustard. That would look gorgeous with a mustard. So you're going to mix like cotton canvas in the mustard with that. Would look beautiful, wouldn't it? Okay, now I'm going on to Paul's favourite colour, burgundy. Oh, this is too dark. Oh, this is wine. He's just not drinking this year. Hang on. When we first, I said to him this morning, oh, Paul, you're looking really good. You lost some weight. Well, I've not been drinking. And I thought he said for a year. Then I said that on air early. He went, no, this year, John, this year. Now, there you go. So that's more than a month. That's 3 months. Oh, he's going to drink next month. Hannah's going to have a drink next week. Tonight. She's been for 1 day with me and she needs a drink. So this is called wine, not burgundy. And there's only 3 meters of that one left. It's Little Paul's birthday next month, everyone. 41, I think. 41. Oh, 39. 39. And not the same 39 as me. Because I'm 40 now. No, yeah, 40 now. He's actually going to be 39, little Paul. Right. This is exquisite, this colour. Is it just called navy blue? Oh, the code. It's on a black backing, this one. It finishes 13. Metallic navy, this one's called. It's one of the new ones, this. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Well, I bet Lisa Lamb would love this one. Okay, a little shoulder bag in the horseshoe shape with the middle filled in. That's what I'm getting. That's what's supposed to help me. A saddle bag. Of course, to keep your horseshoes in. With nothing in the middle. Anyway, it's beautiful colour, isn't it? Look at that. Ooh, it says it's metallic, but I don't think it's metallic. I wouldn't call it metallic. I thought you'd just have a sheen on it. But it is gorgeous. Look at the way the colour, the light plays with the colour. $6.99. I'm moving on because they're fighting now. You see, earlier, Paul said I was like, Hannah and I were like a mum and dad arguing. They're like two children now arguing. Oh, no, that's nothing like what I thought you meant. Where's the horseshoe shape? No. Take that off because that's not what we're making. But right, now I've got two here. One might be metallic and one might be... No, they look exact. Right, I'm going to give you this code first of all. LNLJ98. Oh, yeah, they're identical, same number. Today's been a bit weird with what we've got because there were some things we ordered, some things we didn't order. Yeah, this is black. Oh, let's make sure it's black then. Oh, that's a good picture on your telly. You're coming thinking your telly's conked out, won't you? I'll take the corner off like that so you know there's definitely a picture. Oh! Hannah's just said if she was sitting at home and this happened, right? Thank goodness John Scott's gone. Okay, she's McBabe8 on Instagram. Unfollow her now. And little Paul wants followers. He is _Duke1111. And he's putting lots of lovely pictures of Birmingham in the sunshine at the moment. There's a building you can't go without. Oh, the whole of that along the canal side in Birmingham is all being redeveloped, isn't it? Good morning, John. Everyone from Melbourne in Australia. Gorgeous fabrics, gorgeous colours, which we could feel it too from Johan. Hannah's waving. Oh, Caroline wants to say, is it washable? Don't put it in your washing machine, but you can hand wash it or wipe it down. A metallic navy is sold out. Nothing to do with the picture that Hannah showed. It's too late now. It's on the tape now, Hannah. What time was it? It was 10:25. I'm going to get the management to listen to the in-house tape so they can hear that Hannah says that. Oh, I don't know. I put my gloves on. Hi, John. Your stories are amazing and sewing knowledge is second to none. Please say hi to my mum, Joyce. I thought I was going to say in 5 minutes, but in South Wales. Love from Claire in Tewkesbury. Right, Claire in Tewkesbury. Who's it? Ma'am, Joyce. Joyce in South Wales. Bore da. Well, you're not going to have another follower yet, are you? Paul wants more followers, preferably young single... Well, he's not so young himself anymore. Single ladies. _Duke, as in not my car with a J, Duke as in married to a duchess, right? _Duke 1111. Please follow him, otherwise he'll go on and on and on today about it. He needs 10,000 to be an influencer. And he's only got 9,400 to go. Gooseman glue. No, I said to unfollow Hannah. Don't unfollow Paul. Oh, he's been unfollowed by... I wouldn't know how many I've got. He's been unfollowed by someone. He's not happy now. Here you go. Solvent glue for if you're making your handbags. Morning, John. One and all. Good to see you back today. I've missed your banter. Oh, thank you, Irene. Irene, make the most of it. Not in again till next Friday now. Here you go. $5.99. I'll put it into the shop there. This is the solvent glue. It's fine to be sent out to you, but this is the solvent glue, this one. Lisa Lamb wouldn't be without it. When she's a famous bag designer, if you didn't know. Well, she's a famous old bag. And she's a bag designer. She doesn't do horseshoe bags without the middle in, no. I think she does a unicorn one, but not a horse one. $5.99. When I'm going to do handles next, so if you glue in the are they sewing or gluing? No, some of them are gluing. Would you? Oh, I wouldn't. Try to stitch through it. $5.99. I thought you said 20,000. Oh, you need 10,000 to be an influencer, not 20,000. Sorry. Oh, I've got 4,500, have I? I've got two Instagrams though. I've got my personal one and I've got my John Scott Sewing World one. Now the thing is, right, when I first started, I thought I'm going to keep the John Scott one just as pictures of me and the house and everything, and the John Scott Sewing, I put them on because you get the choice. I just go put it on both. So they're both identical, so I wouldn't worry about, if you're not following one the other, you're not missing anything. You're not missing anything anyway, my boring old life. Right, bag handles. Right, this one here, it's a purse clasp, this one. Instruction and template inside. It's do they call that brass or copper coloured? Oh, brushed metal, they call it. It's lovely because look on the clasp, there's like a little indented flower. This is stitching. Hannah is insistent that some people do use the glue as well. You don't have to. This is the only one I've got that comes with instructions and a template. If you've never done a purse before, it doesn't tell you what size purse it ends up. How many of these have I got? Yeah, but would you know how to do that? How many of these have I got? I'm going to open up so you can see what you're getting inside. Oh, actually, the instruction. Now, normally, can I just say, this is impressive. Normally, you just get one single bit of paper with a bit of writing on it. This one, look. How thorough is that? There's your template. Oh, excuse me. I do apologise. I do apologise. Avril said what? I'm following Paul. Oh, it's not young or single, Paul. He won't mind. He won't mind. But he's done some lovely pictures recently of his walks. He's going on lots of walks at the moment. Wow, one of them got shown on a Birmingham site and he got lots of followers, not lots of viewings. Right, okay, this is your pattern here. And then that's how to make it to get to there. Brilliant. Now, if you're an experienced purse or little bag maker, then the next ones don't come with instructions. Oh, I can show you out the bag actually before I go on. Sorry. I know Hannah's taken the graphics out, but look. Oh. 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 Oh, there you go. Cute little off-centre clasp with a little flower. Oh, so the flower's only on one. Look, it's only on that one. Oh, now look at my thumb. I knew I'd hurt that when I was doing my housework. It's got a great big gouge out of it. Don't know when I did that. Right, anyway. So let's move on to now these are silver coloured, the ones I've got here. And there's no instructions with these at all. So which one would you like to do first? This one, which is the larger one. These are just gluing, they're not sewing. I'm sure you can go onto the internet and it'll tell you how to do patterns for them. I love Paul's pictures around Birmingham. Oh, that's Paul said thank you to Jackie. Oh, Alison Marion Lanston said, bless you. Thank you. Oh, apparently I've got 4,586 followers on Instagram. Hey, which one's that on, though, Jackie? Anyway, how much is this? $3.99. People multiplying. You see, if you already got the pattern or you know how to do a pattern, then these are brilliant. This even has a what's that called there? Like a circle to clip on a chain. If you're making one of those horseshoe bags and you want a chain strap, then you can, or you can make a fabric one and buy 2 of those swivels. Those circles don't come off; they're there, whether you use them or not. Excuse me. Okay, and then I've got the smaller one here, which is 13 centimetres. How much is that one? $2.99. $2.99, that one. Little purse frame of 13 centimetres, perfect for making little gifts for Easter. So when is Easter? April the something, isn't it? Yeah, I asked Hannah the other day and she gave me a date and I was like, I'm sure that's not right. And she gave it the wrong, she also looked at the wrong year for something else that was really quite important. 4th of April is Easter weekend. Sunday, Easter Sunday, 4th of April. Are we on that weekend? Oh, yeah, we're on every weekend in April. Of course. No, I'm on every weekend in April. Oh, thank you, Paul. Paul will be with me, says. $2.99. Okay, now where would you like to go next? Oh, I thought I was doing bamboo. Not yet. The old bamboo, the old bamboo, the old bamboo. Do you remember that? No? Okay. Which one would you like to do first? Oh, the pink one sold out, so I can't do that one. The yellow one first. Perfect for little bags and purses, this. So there they are. They are $6.99. You get 4 fat quarters in there. They are 45 by 55 centimetres. They're 100 GM and you get 4 of them, 100% cotton. They're only what? Now these are they're perfect for purses. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what this is the same weight as. You know Mrs. Macadamia Nut Sandra bag, and hers is linen, but this is the same sort of weight as that. Do lots of little purses out of that, couldn't you? Lots of little projects out of that. Oh, do you know what? You can make a 2-sided tote bag. Look. Oh, sorry, I've gone a bit. I'm just. Excuse me. Where's the sanitizer? Oh, there it is. I think it's because I've not been in, and I'm in lots of in an enclosed space. Right. So I was going to show you how to, or not. I'm going to show you how to make it. Oh, there's a pretty picture there. You could make, look, a tote bag, 2-sided tote bag, and you've got 4, so you could make, you can make it reversible. You could make it reversible and double-sided. Sew down there, sew down there, sew up there. Do the same with those 2. Put them right sides together inside, put the handles in, sew round the top, and you've got a lovely little tote bag there. They're not listening, they're busy chatting. What are you talking about in there? Oh, Hannah's happy. That's the sugar of the donut that's been kicked in. Yeah, how much Vimto squash is in that? I couldn't believe it when Kat was making hers, because we're all gone healthy and everything. And Kat was there with the squash jar like this. She wanted 3 litres in there. And I'm like, yeah. Anyway, that's beautiful, that one. Now, this is dramatic. Black and pink, this one. Oh, now these they might strobe on your telly a little bit, yes. So you've got stripes, you've got, now that's a different texture. That one there is a different texture. Let me quickly have a look. They're still 100% cotton, but that one's like a brushed cotton, the check one, the gingham one. Yeah. Can do what, sorry? Phoebe, the living in loveliness. Why are we trying to say so then? This is a Phoebe, a pleated cosmetic bag, pattern only. Nice if you got the fat quarters. You'll need a zip as well. You will need a zip. Why am I saying that? Because my words all got stuck. So I have to say la 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 to get it out, and then you can talk. Carry on talking. Do you know nothing, Hannah? So what you need in here is you need 30 by 80. Oh, hang on. No, Hannah. How big were those? How big were those fat quarters? Oh, hang on. What's this in inches? What's 45 centimetres in inches? This is bigger than you think it's going to be, I think, because you need 30 inches by 8 inches. This is too big for fat quarters. I thought it was going to be small because that's only an 8-inch zip there. You'll have to patch it, yeah. I'm going to open it. Just double check. Yeah, it's perfect. And also if you want to practice doing zips, it's a good one to practice doing your zips. Oh! It's pleated. Oh, I didn't realise. Oh, yes. So you could get that out of a fat quarter. Look. Easily. Look. Maybe that's supposed to be centimetres. Anyway, you can. How much is it, by the way? Oh, $7.99, cute little project. Oh yeah, you're going to keep it forever, that. Anyway, there you go. Oh, I see. Maybe you need to 30 inches because you've got that, and that. If you made it all out of the same fabric, that's what it is. Yeah, we're with you now. We're on a what's it, playing field. Yeah. All right, Hannah. All right. Let's give Hannah some more sugar. She's getting all angry. You know, like I watched that. I'm addicted to like Secret Life of the Zoo now, and all the animals. They have such. How do they know? You see, when the giraffe and the show the other day had a baby, right, and the keeper's saying, "Oh, she's got to do this. She's got to nuzzle it. She's got to make it stand up." How does she know? Nobody's taught her, but she just knows that she's got to make it stand up because if it doesn't stand up in the first hour or something. No. And they get really angry. Last night they were doing the baboons. I was watching the baboons last night. No, not the baboons. Ones with like stripy faces. And it was a whole colony of girls. And they put a boy in, right? And he went to have some fruit, and they all attacked him and everything. And I was thinking of Hannah having fruit. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Move on. Next, she'd attack him for food, especially if it was cake and coffee. Where am I going next? Oh, none of these then. I haven't got any medium weight interfacing. Oh, sorry. I was looking. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there you go. Medium weight interfacing. Becky Alexander Frost puts this on every single piece of her bag when she's making bags. $3.99 this is. You get a metre square. You haven't got a beard today, have you? $3.99 this is. Oh, Gillian, you didn't put a picture on. Gillian sent in a picture for Paul, right? And she's done a list of do's and don'ts and everything, but there's no picture. Anyway, moving on. Next. Even babies have a walking reflex when they're first born. What, the baby animals, or do you mean baby humans? I know. It's fascinating. I love it. I love it. Anyway, next. Alexander Frost. Here we go. The on-the-go bag. Now, did you find it? Hannah was going to look this one for us. Was demoed. Now, she hasn't been in the studio. She does it from home. 7th of February this year. 7th of February this year. There's the pattern. Now, her patterns are so thorough. There's everything you need will be in there. This, I don't think this is a beginner's bag. Hang on, let's see what she says. Oh, now look, you get 2 sizes in there. 2 sizes of bag in there. The tutorials are brilliant. But it is, I would say it's for somebody who's experienced at bag making. Sewn with Love by Rebecca Jane Alexander Frost. It doesn't say what she's RJ Rebecca Jane Alexander Frost, or Baffa to her mates. Oh, human babies have a walking reflex. I didn't know that. Reflex. They can't see colour for the first 6 months. Hannah didn't believe me when I told her that. Right, okay. Next. No, I don't know what you're doing either. The sugar's worn off now. No, she's not having any more donuts. I thought I saw Jules eating them anyway, so they might be gone now. So Girl Flower Boho Kit. Right, this is the boho shoulder bag. Or cosmetics pouch. Oh, you get the fabric and everything in here, look. Everything you need is everything you need in here. Oh, I think that's that's the bottom of the bag. Right, okay, so look, you get the fabric, rather lovely. You get the denim, you get the lining. It's a phone in Hesford, look. So all the instructions all in there. 26th of November last year, you get the slider, you get the zip. And I'm not going to open that. You get all the pattern pieces as well. Blimey, that's good for $29.99, isn't it? Now, this one I'd say would be good for a beginner because you get everything you need. It's not overcomplicated. And you'll be very bright and chic if you make one of those. That looks like... oh, it's lovely, isn't it? It is a wax cotton, look. Yeah, Hannah. It's not shaped for horseshoe, though, sadly. And she doesn't have a raincoat like that, does she, Hannah? Down to single figures on that one. Excuse me. Paul's still a single figure. He says, well, you're not because you're 39. 39 next month. I was about to sell out. Insulated shopper from Quilt As You Go. So you get your base fabric in there, your base plastics in there, you get your webbing, you get your elastics for the hoop, the button. I don't think you get a button in it though, do you? I can't remember. Webbing for straps, plastic base and elastic for button closures. Yeah, the interfacing is like an Insulbright, but I'm saying Insulbright, that's a make. But it's brilliant for taking food on picnics or if you'd bought something hot from the takeaway. and you've got to put it, you know, get home with it from a takeaway, keep it warm. That's because you're on a healthy eating regime. Oh. You had a what last week? Oh, it's a place called Polly's, a pizza delivery last week, Hannah. It was very nice. Eau-de coat. Oh, I didn't have the credit card with this one then. Still, we had it the other day. Oh, you were producing. Yes, you were. We had a whole conversation about it. Right, the eau-de coat sometimes comes with a credit card. Not a credit card, but an applicator. It's not a store card, it's like an applicator, but you don't need it because you put it on with a brush or with just a credit card or a store card. No! Another early bird special. So this should be $14.99. I was about to say $14.99. Hannah said, look at the price. Right, now this is, if you don't know this, if you take a cotton fabric, your favourite cotton fabric, you can apply this to it and it makes it like PVC. No, is that the word I'm looking for? Oilcloth, oilcloth. It is machine washable when it's fixed. What you have to do is you put the first, depending on how many layers you're going to put the first layer on, wait 20 minutes, put the second layer on, wait 20 minutes, put the third layer on, wait 24 hours, and then you can make whatever you're going to make out of it. And it's then when you've ironed it, it's then machine washable. You're on the wrong side. Iron the wrong side. Right, now, you see this, right, these prim poppers here. Oh, hang on. Right, inside here, there's already you don't get that with it. That's just how we store it. That's how you'll store it when you'll get yours. So I'll put it this way up on here, first of all. So this is how you get these. These are all your lovely, you can use them as decoration. You can use them as little poppers on like kiddies, excuse me, on not napkins, what do kiddies wear around their neck? Bibs and things like that. So you get 300, I think. Oh, it doesn't say how many you get in there. Han? Don't ignore that because you don't get that. $32.99. So you get the little box. You get all of these to store it in. That space is left empty. So because you need one of these to attach them. You do need one of the. You'll need a tool to put them in. Did they not send a new one up? 300. Yeah, 300. 10 different colours, 30 pieces in each. Black, green, blue, pale blue, pink, white, yellow, orange, red, and pink. Oh, there you go. That's how it comes. $32.99. But you do need one of these. Now, I wonder what that was. Somebody's taken. Oh, no. Yours will come with 2 fasteners on it as well. Yours will come with the 2 fasteners on it. Right, so you need one of these to attach them. Now, I'd buy, if you're thinking of doing this, right, buy it now while it's on the telly or in the before midnight tonight, only because trying to find it on the website, we can't find it on the website, but we know we've got them in stock. Oh, maybe, did you put in Vario? Yeah, because if you put in Prim, they don't come up on the Prim. I'll have a word. Don't worry. It's not a negative. I'm not being negative. I'm not being negative at all. I just don't want you to think, oh, I'll buy that tomorrow or something, and not be able to find it on the website. Yeah, you do not get the tool with it. You do not get it. Oh, yeah, the tool does more than the poppers. Look, you get all your different fittings there. You can cut, punch holes with it, look. What does it say on the back here? So you put one fastening on it to do the Prim fasteners there. You can do rivets, you can do eyelets, you can do holes. You can do all of that with it. 3 millimeters or 4. Oh, only 3 millimeter. Only 3 millimeter. Gorgeous. Okay, and did you want to do something else quickly? Oh, okay, then all the other bits and bobs we're going to run through in the break. So there's the clover press. And then there's all eyelets and sliders and bamboo handles. They'll all be under the break. They won't be in pre-order anymore. They'll be in where to buy them. I've just run out of time, that's all. Right, now after the break, we're doing this. Now, I just need to explain something, right? So, can we just show the whole thing, Paul? There, right there. The middle bit is from one of the patterns on page 32 in the book that you get it from. And then Jules did a hack around the edge, and she's going to show you how to do the centre bit, but also how to do that really, really exciting border. But there is a book. There's a book that comes in the bundle with lots of different things. We're going to go for a break now. We will see you in about 4 minutes with Jules and that.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters, and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
Hello Sewing Street fans, let me introduce myself. My name is Clive, I live in Kenilworth in Warwickshire. I currently run a business in Kenilworth and that's doing alterations on people's clothing. So I really enjoy kind of providing that service for the local community. My sewing journey first began when my grandmother gave me a hand crank sewing machine, and from there I was fascinated about how things were put together, to the point where I used to make clothing for my favourite toys out of toilet tissue. I've also kind of studied fashion design at Epsom University in Surrey. So I've kind of gained knowledge along the way of different aspects of sewing, like pattern cutting. So yeah, that's a little bit about my sewing journey. My number one sewing tip is don't give up. Sometimes you'll get frustrated and you're angry with yourself, but really just put it to one side and take half an hour, go and have a cup of tea and a biscuit, and then come back to it, and then you'll kind of like have a fresh mind to start again. The positive happiness that comes from that is just amazing. So please don't give up, keep on sewing. My claim to fame? Well, if you've been watching, you've probably heard my name mentioned on Sewing Street several times. My husband is Mark Francis from the Sewing Bee, the Great British Sewing Bee. So that's number one claim to fame. My second claim to fame is I had Adele, the beautiful, beautiful tones of Adele singing for me when I was a barman back in the day. It was just amazing to have her sing to me at my bar. So yeah, and also I've met Prince Harry at a VIP party. Stay tuned on Sewing Street and you'll see me very soon. I hope it all goes well, fingers crossed.
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task, and sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Well, our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. They're full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and as enjoyable as possible. And not only will they take your order, they will also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there.
Right, have a look at these lovely pictures of what Jules has made. So we put it as a table. I think it'd be lovely as a central on your dining table. Now, I don't like a table runner, but I quite like that in the centre of the table. Or if you're serving up food and everything, it'd be quite nice to have as your, you know, like the platter that you, no, not the platter, the table thing that you put all the plates on. Now, I'll explain something. Well, Jules can explain in a minute. That actual pattern isn't in the book. The central bit is in the book, and then Jules is going to show you how to create the outside bit. So I'm just going to show you the bundle that you can get to make what Jules has made there is this bundle here. Okay, so what you get a meter, I think it's 1.5 meters of this, is it not? 1.5 meters of the dark teal. I'll just wait for Paul to get it right. Then you get a fat quarter in the Liberté, fat quarter in the Liberté, fat quarter in the pale pink, a fat quarter in the ivory, and you get a fat quarter of the teal. So you get 1.5 meters in one piece, and then you get 5 fat quarters, those 4, plus a fat quarter of the teal. That's what you get in that bundle, $39.99. Oh, you get the book. Brand new book. Sorry, I was going to make a huge thing of it and then he forgot it. I'll go through the book in a minute. Let me go through all the bundles and then I'll go. No, I'll do the book now. 21 patch quilts, right? 21 patch quilts by Carolyn Forster. We've seen her before. Anyway, look. So there's introduction, right? So we've got squares. This comes in your $39.99. Half square triangle, quarter square triangle, rectangle triangle, rectangle, house or prism, tile or double prism, 45-degree diamond, 60-degree diamond. Oh, this is fantastic. Kite. Equilateral triangles. Gone back to triangles again now. Tumbler. Half square. Half hexy. Braid. Blimey. Clamshell. Jewel. Offset square. Oh, that's like pinwheel, isn't it? Hexy again. Full hexy that time, not half hexy. Apple core. And then, oh, that is brilliant. There is a book in every bundle. There's only a few of the books on their own, though. So do you want to do that now? Okay, right. I'm just going to do the book on its own now very quickly, in case you don't want the bundle. They're $4.99? Wow. So if you've got the bundle, you've got it already. But some people might be thinking, I've got the perfect fabric. I bought the most beautiful fabric in the first hour that I want to use to create something. $4.99. Brilliant. Brand spanking new today, $4.99. But how many of those have I got? Oh, okay, they're going to go. They're flying out. They're absolutely flying out, the book on its own. Okay. Right, back to the bundles, So the one that Jules is about to demo in is this one. So you get 1.5 meters of cream, the book, then you get a fat quarter in the peach, a fat quarter in the sunshine. I don't know if that's the right name, I'm just calling that. Oh, there's mosaic again. We had blue mosaic in the first hour, didn't we? And you get a fat quarter in that beautiful floral. Is this Alison Glass? No. That's Dina Design, that one there. I think that might... Oh, I'll have a look on the thing. Right, but also you get a fat quarter of the... No, it's Solstice, this one. Oh, yeah, have a look at the still. Have a look at the still. There you go. So you get 5 fat quarters. So you get the cream background, you get the 2 patterns, the 2 solids, and then a fat quarter of the same cream from the background as well. Book on its own is sold out. So the only way to get the book now is buying one of these bundles, $39.99. Right, now I've also got these bundles. This is a green one. So you get 1.5 meters of the, I think that's chartreuse. Then look at these. So you get a fat quarter in the kind of black background floral. These look like, I'm just going to check before I say anything I shouldn't say. It's what you're muttering over there.
This one looks like bees, but it's not bees.
It's not beads, it's flowers. I can even see that without my glasses on.
I'm at the wrong angle.
Wildflower Woods, this one's called, by Yvonne. Yvonne. Right? Then you've got the green one. Then you've got the brick red one. And then you've got that. Oh, that's a lovely mixture, isn't it? So your 5 fat quarters plus your 1.5 meters, plus your book, $32.99. One more to show you, just one more. Here we go. Now this one, you get 1.5 meters of the dark navy blue. The book, then you get a fat quarter in black. That's unusual, isn't it, to go with the navy blue. Then these are Alison Glass, aren't they? $27.99. I'll tell you afterwards, Paul. $27.99. I think that's beautiful. You see, now I love this. Now, also look at that Alison Glass, $27.99. That's a good price. Love those colours. Love the colours. You see, I love those with black. And then you'd have the navy blue on the background, wouldn't you? Or maybe something in the front.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, less than 20 of these already of the Alison Glass one. Beautiful. They're lovely. So these are fat quarters, remember. So on every bundle, you get 1.5 meters of the background fabric, plus you get 5 fat quarters. I've also got, I'll just do this very quickly before we go to Jules. This is back in stock now. It might have been back in stock all week. Hannah and I haven't been in all week, but it's back for us because we sold out of this last week. No, I've not been in all week. Been fabulous. Being away from Hannah for a week. I thought I'd get that in before she said anything, because then we've got well, no, she said halfway through the show earlier, oh, I'm glad we've got another week off away from each other. This is $6.99. Now, this is sold like fabric. It's not cut into 1/2 meter pieces. It's on a great big bolt, and you can buy as much as you want in 1/2 meter increments. Now, how wide is it? Let's have a look at the width. 244 centimeters wide. It came in on Tuesday. Look, $6.99 for 1/2 meter. It's 80/20, isn't it? 80/20. So however big your quilt is, you don't have to patch it, you don't have to buy too much, you don't have to do anything like that. You can literally, and because it's so wide, you sometimes could do it that way. If you've got a great big quilt, do it that way up, and then you just have to buy, you know, it's fantastic. It's $6.99 for 1/2 meter. And it's how many centimeters? 244 centimeters. That's like 100 inches. Is that 100 inches? It's 100 inches, I'm sure that.
It's 2.5 meters, isn't it? 2.5 meters, that is nearly.
Width-wise, yeah. It's fantastic, isn't it? 96 inches. 96 inches. Yeah, of course people buy more than 1/2 meter. Of course they are. Just keep it in your stash. It's beautiful. It's really good quality wadding this as well. Oh, sorry, it's got fluff in my eyes now. Right. Loads are coming in for that. Keep coming in for that and checking out during the hour, because we're going to do the demo now. Oh, hang on. Okay, it arrived back on Tuesday. They had a stonking day on Tuesday with their selling. Oh my word, even when it's not been on... Right, okay, so over 100 units are sold every day when it's not even been shown. Right, so how much did they sell on Tuesday? Oh, hang on, she just checked. She just told me. So they sold 100 units on Tuesday, 100 units on Wednesday, 100 units on Thursday, 101 on Wednesday, sorry, 101. Right, Thursday was 70. Okay, Friday it wasn't in... Today, Friday, she's just gone now. Oh, Friday, we didn't sell in on Friday. It's Friday today. And we've sold so far... I do apologise, everybody at home. 30 units have been checked out now, but there are hundreds of units in basket. So if you want that, we think this will sell out today. Oh, okay, I've got 100 units left. That's all I've got now. Yeah. So you be careful, you be careful. Right, Hannah just wanted to get that out. No, Hannah wasn't very clear at all. She needs another donut. Right, Jules. So now explain to us what happened, because this isn't a project from the book, is
No,
it?
it isn't. I was asked to look at the half hexagon,
Right.
which is on page 32.
Right.
And Paul will have to be super good to pick this little square up at the bottom.
Yes.
But it gives you, oh, well done, look at that. So it gives you ideas as to how you could configure your hexagon.
So there's no
half hexagon.
patterns in this book.
No patterns as such.
but
You've got all of the templates in
and
there.
techniques.
And suggestions.
So
let's say.
the whole book isn't patterns, but it's
No.
just techniques to show you what you could do. Now,
Yeah.
there's nothing to say you can't mix half hexes
Oh,
with
no,
hexes or
absolutely.
squares with triangles and all that sort of thing.
Yeah,
But it's
I
just
have done a sneaky mix at the end. I'll show you that
Oh,
at the
okay,
end.
perfect,
But
perfect,
yeah, you can mix and match. I mean, that's the whole point about quilting, really, isn't
Yes,
it? That
yeah.
you can mix and match. But the beauty of this, that I think is really good. I can't believe how much it was
$4.99
for the book, because there is masses in here. But the ideal thing, I think, is that you've got all of the templates. So if you haven't got, I mean, a lot of people have got creative grids and all the rest of the rulers that you can have out of there. But a lot of people haven't, and they may be toeing the water, don't know whether they
when you
like
first
it
start,
or not.
you don't want to be. They're brilliant.
No.
Don't get me wrong. Creative Kids Rules
Oh, absolutely.
are amazing.
Yes.
Right, absolutely amazing. But when you first start, you don't know if you're going to like
It's
that
the investment
project.
in
yeah?
the projects,
Exactly.
isn't it? So with these, you don't even need to have a photocopier, let's suppose. If you wanted to trace that out, you could quite easily trace out, and it gives you your sewing line and your cutting line. So you've got your seam allowance all
brilliant.
in there. So it's quite easy to trace that out. In fact, that's what I did. I traced mine out, mounted it on just simple box board,
Yeah.
and that was it. You could get mylar, you could get all sorts of different things if you wanted to, but it's very minimalist
Yes.
to start you off, let's
Perfect.
suppose.
But something that's going to stand you in good stead for the whole of
yeah.
your quilting life, really, because it might be a beginner's book to teach you how to do it, but you're always going to use half square triangles, quarter square triangles, rectangles, square triangles. and all
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. And it's good to have a play. I mean, just take this as poetic license. You've got some beautiful fabrics there. You will make some lovely things out of it.
Yes,
Whether
yeah.
it's just a cushion, or whether you go into bags, or whether you go into quilts, or whatever you might do. But this is your time to play, really. And I think that's the idea behind it, showing you what you could do and leaving you to run if you wanted to. So yeah, that's why there isn't actually a pattern as such.
Okay, that's cool.
But what I did was I took this, and I quite like the fact that it was a diamond, it said diamond
Right.
shape to me. So I took that, and then I put on...
It's kind
so
of
this
a
is-
diamond with the pointy bits cut
Yeah,
off.
so
isn't
this was the shape that it made in the book to there.
Yeah.
So I then took one of the units, which I'll show you in a second, flipped it and added it to here.
Right.
And then decided, well, actually, I quite like the diamond, but I need to make it bigger. I was asked to make it a little bit bigger. What can I do? I quite like a braid. So
Oh, that's braid.
So I'll show you how to do
Yeah.
the braid. I'll show you how to do these. And I'll also talk you through, well, show you how to do some other bits
And,
bobs.
and if you're at home going, oh, I just need to ask a question about the kite or something like that, feel free to message any of your questions in as well. Because if we can answer them, we will do, definitely.
Sure.
Right, so where are we starting?
So, first place to start is on your fat quarters. This template that's in there, the measurements on the template from top to bottom are 2.5. Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Why?
Because 2.5 is your strip rolls.
Oh, so if you've got strip rolls
If
at
you've
home,
got a strip
yeah.
roll, so it's quite nice to be able to think about that as well. So if you get your fat quarters, and what I did first thing, I stacked them all together, because I like to stack and cut, but
Right.
you might not like to, and that's absolutely fine. Just get yourself a straight edge and then cut 2.5 inches, because that's the width
Oh, okay.
of this.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you did that out of every fat quarter, then you'd get at least 24 of these half hexa units
Out of a fat quarter.
out of a fat quarter. You may get more depending on whether you cut all your selvages off at the beginning and how liberal you are at straightening up and all that kind of stuff. And then what you'll do is you'll put your template that you've made onto the straight edge that you've cut, and you see it fits. top and bottom, and then literally.
Right, now I'm going to just say, please be careful at home if you're cutting up cardboard. It's not the same as... I'm only because I don't want to...
You're right, because I've just gone over my cardboard. So
Yes.
you do have to be a bit careful about how you would cut it.
Yes.
But what you could do is you could have that like that, have your ruler to the side of it, and just press down. Just make sure you don't...
I just don't want
move it.
people
No, absolutely.
making a rookie mistake of just doing the rotary cutter and then getting their finger because it's cardboard.
It's wise to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to say I'm fairly used to rotary cutters.
Yes.
Because I prefer to cut with a rotary cutter. But if you don't, and you think, well, actually, I'm a bit apprehensive about doing that, you can just either draw around or cut round with a pair of scissors. Doesn't make any difference.
Or you could mark the lines as well with your marker pen, like a friction pen or something, and then cut it with a ruler, so you're not cutting up the side of the cardboard.
Yeah, quite easily. You could, as you say, just go along the side. Take your, this is the water-soluble one, whip down, and then, I suppose, having used rotary cutters for a long time, I forget that I started.
Yes.
So, yes, it's right to remind myself that you need to do it in the right way.
Yeah.
But either way, the upshot is that you get these little trapezium, half hexagons, which are really quite cute. So what can we do with them?
So that's half a hexie, though. Trapezium is half a hexie, isn't it?
Trapezium is half a hexagon. So if you just wanted hexagons, it's a bit of a long-winded way around to do it, but you could quite easily sew those together. Because you've got 1/4 inch on there, you could just simply sew it down and you would make yourself a hexagon.
But there's also a hexie page, isn't there, coming up later in the book? So.
There is. So you can kind of do both things. But just to prove the point, it is what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
You just need to trim off your little pointy dog ear bits.
But that's nice if you're going to make like hexes that have 2 colours in them as well. It'd be sort of a waste to do them in the same colour.
Oh yes,
If you've got alternate
But
colours,
it just gives you that is where you're going with it. So the 2 patterns, a couple of patterns that's on here. The first one is what I made the triangles with. I'll show you that in a second.
Yeah.
The other option 2 on here is literally taking, sorry to be upside down with that.
Don't worry.
Taking your hexagons, so you can see I cut lots out in all of the colours.
Yeah.
And literally I decided that I would sew them together. So literally I just on there, although you sew them together in rows, you don't sew them like this. That would be the wrong way to do it.
Oh, okay.
There's no point in having a half hexagon that makes it easy for you and then make it more difficult for yourself. So you would just decide that on this row I would want these ones together, and then you'd sew those together, the one going that way and the one going that way.
Yeah.
And then on the next row you'd do the opposite, so that would complete your hexagon. So if we sewed those together, I've clipped off a little bit, just hopefully that I'm lining it up then. And you would just go along. So this would be, for example, the continuation of your top row.
Yeah.
And then on the bottom row, you would be doing it like that.
Yeah.
Like that. And then you just literally sew those 2 together. So if you wanted a hexagon quilt and you wanted to alternate the colours, make it like a tumbler block, that kind of thing, you've got those sorts of rows that you can do. And this is quite a good one for a border. So you could have put that around there on the border if you wanted to. So you can mix and match your patterns however you want to do it.
Lovely.
But I literally had a pile of half hexes, I can't say that this morning, can I? And just played around and decided which colours I liked and which patterns I liked to go together. I might want to have that one going into that way. You can do lots of different things. So play. Yeah. Basically, play with them all. So that was the basic row one, which was also shown on there. I think it's called design, or option 2. Right. Is this one. But as I say, just make sure that you're sewing them together in rows and not as a hexagon, otherwise you've defeated the object. The other one that's slightly more tricky in that, you may have heard of Y seams, and a Y seam is this. It's where I've got to join something into here, but I haven't got a straight seam to go along. I've got to do a seam here and then pivot and do a seam here. So your triangles that were the main part about the star shape, so I've prepared a few so you can just kind of get the idea. So if you see onto this one, that way around. This is where you have to play. Can you see that's the start of the star going round, the start of this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you'll have another one. I didn't do another one with this fabric, but you'll do another one and you can continue it around. But you can see that on here, I've got a Y shape,
right.
3 seams coming together. So the way that you would do this is that you decide which pattern you wanted it to be. So we'll pull out one of those ones because that's going to be, no, it's going to be further out. This is where my brain doesn't work until I've sewn it all together. And then you're making a triangle with this. So bear with me while I make the triangle. There we are. It's a common. There we are. There's the triangle. So once you've got your triangle, leave it alone and sew it from the board. So what you'll do is you'll sew across a seam, and then you need to remember that everything we're sewing is 1/4 of an inch. So you stop 1/4 of an inch before the centre point.
Right.
And you'll do the other seams and stop before the centre point. And then once you've got to this seam, you can go all the way down to here.
Right.
But you want 1/4 of an inch to be able to give you that overlap.
Yeah.
So if I just start and sew these ones together. So.
And is this how you did that central section then?
Yes, what I did actually do, because as I say, you can see how my brain didn't actually work terribly well. On here, you've got the little shadings on here. I don't know if you can see, but you've got shadings on here. So I decided which...
Can you come in a bit closer, Paul? Sorry.
Sorry.
No, don't you apologise. Okay.
So I decided that suppose that dark yellow, I would have that in my patterned floral. So I'd put an F on there. So just pencil mark it. And then you look at this, you've got triangles here. Can you see the outlines of where your triangles are? So then you know that that triangle on row 1, so I did 1, 2, 3, that was my first row. So that was the only way that I could do it this way. Yeah. And keep that pattern the same. But I mean, I'm sure there are simpler ways of doing it. It's just how your brain works.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes mine doesn't work at all. So it's just, you know, you have to go with the flow.
Oh.
No, I'm not after sympathy. It's just a fact. So you want to leave 1/4 of an inch, not sew it.
Oh.
That's me talking again. It doesn't matter because it's easy to undo. So you've got 1/4 of an inch seam allowance there.
Right.
This is the way that we're going. So I now want this one to fit here. And then when I get down to the 1/4, I'm going to twist it. So I'll show you when I get there.
Right, okay.
So. And if you're not sure, you don't have to continue on, you can take it out. So stop 1/4 of an inch before. And now I'm going to turn it around. Can you see? Yeah. So that's where I would have normally gone, but I can't go there. So I'm going to turn it around and you'll get a little kind of fold at the bottom of the other one, which is in your centre. And you just carry on sewing down.
Right.
And then that'll make your triangles. There we go. And you'll just press your seams kind of around in a whichever way they feel like they want to go,
Uh-huh.
that's the way you press them. There we go. Was that one? No,
No.
still didn't go. Still didn't go, John. What's going on? But you get the idea. Please say you
What
get the
I
idea.
would do
There we are.
is I'd lay all the individual
There we
pieces
are.
out at the beginning.
That is it.
Yeah, perfect.
So, yes,
So
exactly.
you make your big because you're making
Yeah.
a great big hexie with a star in the
You
middle
are,
of it, aren't you?
because these are 60-degree triangles
Yes.
if you wanted. But yes, you are. That's exactly what
So
you're
I
doing.
would have to have all my pieces, lay them out on the block so they all sit there, and
Yeah.
then go, right, that sews to that, do that bit, bring it back.
Yeah.
Rather, because the only reason you're getting confused is because you haven't got
I haven't put them all
out.
Yeah.
So it's not difficult.
No.
It's just lay it all out first, so
Yeah.
you've got your plan there.
It's not difficult at all. And then when you want to sew these two together to start and form your star whirly pattern, then you just literally line them up, and there are no other seams to line up, which is always great.
Yeah.
That's where you want to go with it. And this, if you did a hexagon of these, this could be a cushion front. It would be
Yeah.
quite nice, cushion front. Okay, so that's the kind of effect that you're going for, and then that one will go onto there.
Yeah.
And it should all sit in nicely. I think also whenever you're doing any of these sorts of patterns and you're making things up yourself, you'll do it as you go along perhaps,
Yeah.
and then think, well, actually I could have done it so much easier if I'd have done it this way.
Yeah. But that's how we learn, isn't
Yes,
it?
of course. There we go. So that, once you join that to another one, then you'll have
Yeah,
you'll have
and
one
what
of
I
those.
would do is I'd do what you've done, make half there, then make the other half separately, and then literally just sew them down
Yes.
the middle there. 'Cause
Yeah,
then you're
you-
not building as you're going round. sort of thing, yeah.
Exactly. And also, if you build as you go around, you get kind of shifts in the material, whereas when you've got this, you've done that, you can press it, you do the next one, and then you can
Yes,
join them
yeah.
nicely.
Brilliant.
Okay, so
All
that
right.
was the centre motif, if you like. So the outsides, I quite fancied doing a braid on them, and I don't know if you've done braids before with just straight sides. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky to manipulate them. These go together really easily.
Right.
But what I would say is if you're going to do this kind of thing, if you're going to sort of mimic this, before you decide on what your braid length is going to be, just consider that when this comes out, this will have to be parallel to come out to give you the right sort of finish. So don't just finish here, for example, and think you've done it. You haven't. You've got this to take it right to the outside. If
Right,
you
so
see
you've
what
got
I
to go
mean.
further than you think you've got to go
Further
to.
than you think
All
you've got
Before
to.
we start that, people just want to see a roundup of the bundle. So before you start the braid, I'll just, if that's all right,
Yeah,
we'll
I
just
bet
do a
so.
roundup of these.
Some are selling out, aren't they?
The only way to get the book is by the bundle. Which one do you want to go to first? Bundle we're working for, which is this one. Okay, so you get 1.5 meters of the cream, you get the book, then you get a fat quarter, a fat quarter, a fat quarter, and a fat quarter, and you get a fat quarter of the cream as well. All of that, so you get the book, 1.5 meters, 5 fat quarters, $39.99. They're beautiful, those fabrics. I mean, well, they all work together beautifully, don't they? Colourways look lovely when they're sewn together. So that's the first one. Excuse me. Quarter of the stock is gone. Right, the one that the sample's made out of on the wall is this one here. So you get the book. You get 1.5 meters. I'm calling it dark teal. I'm not quite sure if that's the right colour. Oh, it is teal, right? Liberty, fat quarter. Liberty, fat quarter. Rose and Hubble, fat quarter. Rose and Hubble, fat quarter. And you get a fat quarter of the teal as well. So you get 5 fat quarters, 1.5 meters of fabric, plus the book. A third of the stock of those have gone. Lovely. Then I've got the, now this one's more of a traditional, I'd say this was a traditional one. So you've got the green, the chartreuse. You've got the book. Then you get these lovely traditional fat quarters, the stripes with the leaves, the little florals on brick red. Oh, and then the little same pattern but in the green. Then you get the flowers, the big daisies, and then you get the little, like they're almost like lilies on that one. That's a really lovely bundle, isn't it? Look at the colours there. So book, metre half of fabric, 5 fat quarters. There's another fat quarter into there. £32.99. That's very traditional, I'd say, that one. And then last but very much not least is the Alison Glass one. Oh, this one's about to sell out. There are 3 not checked out, right? There are 3 of these not checked out. So you get 1.5 metres of the navy. You get the book. Then you get these lovely Alison Glass fat quarters in the pink, the lime, the... See, I'd call that one more tealy. Oh, yes, she has very strange names for pencil, bandage, things like that. Concrete. Then this is like a lilac colour, plus the black fat quarter there. I'd buy that just for those. They're beautiful, aren't they? £27.99, but you do get the book, you get 1.5 metres the navy, and you get those fat quarters. Okay, right, that's sold out. More people in baskets have got that. Right, now the wadding, how am I doing with the week's tally? Right, I've got 20 metres left, that's all. It only came back in on Tuesday. It's 80-20 wadding. Yeah, not Friday. We haven't told any on Friday yet. It's 296 inches wide, this is. 96 inches wide. It's beautiful. I bet this is lovely to sew with. It is lovely and lovely, soft. I think maybe this is the one that Jane Alcock and Amanda Little used, because the quilt that they made for me feels very much like this. It's beautiful. Anyway, it's £6.99. Only came back in stock on Tuesday. Always sells out, and it's going to sell out again today because there's only 20 metres left. Lovely, isn't it? Even if you're not buying it for this project, buy some for your stash and have it there, because it gets cut to whatever. If you want 4 metres, you can have 4 metres. It will be in one piece and everything. If you want 2 metres, it'll come in a 2 metre piece, right? It's £6.99 for half a metre. It's a brilliant way to buy your wadding, and it feels amazing. It feels gorgeous. It's going to sell out. It's going to sell out. Right, okay. So sorry, I just interrupted there. But
No, that's fine.
there's 10 metres left now. 10 metres left, and we can't even see into basket, so please be careful.
That Alison Glass bundle, I'll just show you something in a minute.
It's sold out.
Well, if you've got it, you're very lucky,
Yeah.
because it makes a really nice contemporary.
Oh,
looking
perfect,
quilt,
perfect.
doesn't it?
Let's do the braid
Okay,
then. In this
so
one.
the braid. So if you, as I say, if you're doing this, just make sure you've measured how long you want it first. Simply because once you've started the braid, it's really hard to add in from the bottom.
Oh,
So the way
right,
it
okay.
works up is you would start off, so your first piece here and that piece there. So it starts off, you're only sewing a half. So,
Right.
But as soon as you've sewn that, you're back to your full.
So the
full
first one that you
half.
start with, oh, I see. That's why it's difficult to add to it, because the first
Yeah.
one's only. Right,
So
right.
if I've sewn that now,
Yeah.
if I was going to add to that, it would be really awkward. I'd have to undo seams and all
Yeah,
sorts.
yeah.
So try and measure before you decide what you want. And to sew onto there, you could sew onto there, but then you're doing your Y seam effect
yeah.
again. You don't need to do any of that. You just need to do, literally, start off your braid. So as I've just done here, so your first one goes at an angle, then the next one just goes straight across the top. So if you were putting that on,
Okay.
yeah, it is so straightforward.
Because it looks really complicated, doesn't it?
Yeah, I love this. It is my favourite braid of the moment. You know how we have favourites for about 5 minutes? but-
Yeah. Oh, Carol says she's had this book for years.
Oh,
Carol, she's not looked at it properly, she says. It's just on the
Oh, there
shelf,
you go.
Carol.
and then literally your next one goes on the top of that. So all you're doing is putting the widest part onto the piece that you've just sewn onto.
That's so easy,
And
isn't
it
it?
just, yeah, it comes together really quickly. You don't have to match up any corners or anything like that. You just sail away with it.
So I'm just looking at this, right? So there are 20 different If you can only get the book in the bundle now, but there are 20 different templates and patterns and everything like that, and all for £4.99.
And those are your block builders,
Yes.
basically. So you can mix and match to make different sorts of blocks if you want to. So yeah, you see how quickly that's coming together, and it looks really effective.
Yeah, so it's
such
literally
a
only the first one that's a weird shape, and then the rest are all
and
just
then the
straight
rest of
on
them,
top.
you're just literally going across the widest portion and sewing on. You don't even, well, you've got your quarter of an inch set, but you don't even have to think about it. You don't have to trim any dog ears off or anything like that. The extra pointy bits that come out, you don't have to trim any of those off.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And then when you've got the length, you then slice it off, because the bottom bit isn't an even bit, is it?
No. So if across here, it was where my joining point was.
Yeah.
Because I decided that I wanted the dark on the inside. So I've done a braid going with the dark and floral, and then on this side it's with the pink and the lemony coloured one.
Yeah.
And had them going that way, so it's not that braid twisted round. You could if you wanted to.
Yeah,
It just depends on how you do it. And then what I did was where the diamond is, I took that, so that was my starting point. I went all the way up to here and stopped, and then that one came all the way down.
Oh, I see. Yes, so it's like,
Because
it's
you've
like doing
got to
like
go
when you
further
do when you do a normal quilt, you put a border on, you do that side, that side,
Yeah.
that side, that side, and this one you're going all the way up there, and then that one cuts across it.
Yeah, it's sort of like a skewed border,
yeah.
really. And then the back, I just bagged it.
Bodging sold out.
Oh, yeah,
That's all right.
nice one. But yeah, just bagged it. I didn't even bother putting a border
binding,
around it
yeah.
because I thought that would spoil the effect that I got there.
Okay.
So yeah, very simple. But this is such a nice braid. I think I might use it on other borders.
Well, no,
but in
it's a
different
fantastic
sizes.
border because it does look really, really effective. Even if you had a straightforward quilt like that and did it right down the side, not on the diagonal, but just down the side, it would still look lovely, wouldn't it?
And you think you'd done lots of sewing on there with half triangles and all that sort of stuff, but it's very straightforward.
No, exactly.
So that's the template as it is.
Yes.
However, if you decided that you wanted to do a different size, you can scale up or scale down.
Okay.
So
I tell you how to do it in the book, or you're going to tell us?
I'm going to tell you how to
Okay.
do it. I can't. I don't think I read it in the book, but
Okay.
it may well be in there. But I don't think I read it in the book. So what I did was I took a spare bit of paper.
Right.
Sorry, it's got maths homework scribbles on it.
Oh, okay.
And I drew around the initial template in the middle, took that away, took my ruler, and I wanted to do a different technique, which I'll show you in a second.
Yeah.
And I put my ruler along the 1 inch line and drew on the paper all the way round, and then
Was that it?
cut it out. Yeah. So I increased it by 1 inch. If you
It
wanted
looks,
to
it
do-
looks enormous. It looks huge now, doesn't it?
yeah. But if you want to do 2 inches, you do 2 inches.
Yeah.
Whatever. But there's a couple of things you can do with that now. So I cut out some larger templates
Okay.
of that size.
Of the new size.
Of the new size. So what you could do is you could simply have one of that size and then a contrast one. You could put some iron-on double interfacing on there, match it up in the middle, and do some fancy stitching around it.
Oh, yes.
And that would give you an echo on there. You could do it the same, or you could
Oh,
do...
nice, yeah.
And that's so simple.
Yeah.
So you haven't got any seams. You could turn it under if you wanted to, but that is just easy to do.
Yeah.
As long as you've interfaced this should stay stable, and then just do a fancy blanket stitch or whatever
As
around it.
in, you bonder web it, like a bonder web. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one thing that you could do. The other thing that you could do, and that's what I think might be quite nice for that contemporary quilt, because you've got really dark and then popping the colours out.
Yes, exactly.
The other thing that you could do is do a quilt as you go.
Right.
So these are ones that I've pre-made, but I'll just show you how you do it.
Right.
So your initial template, you'll cut out a piece of fabric. You'll also cut out a
Some
piece of wadding, and you can either bond it or not. It doesn't really matter.
Now, could you use the bosal from earlier? Would that be too thick?
I don't know if that might be a bit stiff.
Okay.
This is quite.
Yeah.
So you could use your the one that we've just had, the 8-20 that we've just had, or the slightly thinner one. I think the bosal might just be a bit too thick, to be honest. And what you want to do is just put a pin in the middle.
Yeah.
The next thing that you're going to do is you want to make this a sealed border. So if you take your, because we've got 1 inch, so this is going to be a 1/2 inch fold.
Right.
So fold it up to the top of your template. There. And then fold it over.
Can I just go back? So the yellow one on the bottom is the new one that you've added the inch to.
Yellow one is
the one in the middle
biggie.
is the original one that she. Sorry, I missed that, but So that's how you know you've got 1 inch all the way around the outside. Yeah. Sorry.
So all I'm going to do is fold the top piece down and fold it over again, and then pin it or clip it, however you want to put it in there.
Don't forget the clips are still at the early bird price. I'd get those.
And then, actually, on the corners, the clips are probably better. But can you see you mitre your corner as you go, which I quite like.
Yeah.
When you come down to the bottom, it's actually easier to just take off that corner piece. So you might want to do that beforehand, because otherwise you end up with
how
quite
close to the middle hexie did you cut then? Let's just have a look
probably
at that
about.
then. Oh yeah.
About not quite 1 inch.
Yeah.
Because you're going to fold that in. So just take that all the way round and fold in.
So you're folding it from the back to the front, really, aren't you?
So I've got the right side, that side,
Yeah.
right side, that side. So insides together, and then fold it and fold it over. And then have a look at your corners, and you just sort of manipulate your corners around.
Yeah. And did you machine or hand stitch them?
I hand stitch these now, so you can just about see my hand stitching in there. But once you've done that, you've got a nice little padded piece on there.
Yeah.
And you can, do whatever you want, however you want. But if you stitch, then you would hand stitch these together.
Almost like EPP.
Yes.
Now, could you put them right sides together and whip it like an EPP?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But yes, it is like that. And it just means that if you're intending to make a big quilt and either you haven't got a machine big enough to take it all, or you just don't want to do free motion or whatever it might be, you've already done it. And these are quite easy units to take along with you somewhere.
Well, the thing is, there's absolutely no machining.
No.
Whatsoever. So if you haven't got a machine,
exactly,
you could make a really, really lovely quilt.
Yeah.
Now, can you do that with all of the shapes? Or most of the shapes?
I would think if they're...
Because the square, you could do it with a square.
You could do it with a square. I would think you could. The kite, so from this point of view where we've cut pieces off, you'd have to do one and then just see how it folded up. So if it was really bulky at the corners, you might want to cut the corners off more.
Yeah, I'm just thinking though that somebody could sit and make all the different shapes and just not randomly sew them together, but just create a kind of almost like a scrappy quilt almost, couldn't you? Of all the different, so you'd have different coloured borders like you've got there. You've got the yellow on the outside and the yellow on the inside. You did that with all of your different colours and just create a kind of melange of all different colours.
Yeah, you could. That's why I said that contemporary colour, that would look
amazing.
Fantastic, because obviously the darker colours would just pop out.
Yeah, I like a quilt with a dark background.
Or you could do like a rainbow effect, all sorts of different things. But this is such a straightforward, as you say, if you haven't got a machine, it's a very straightforward project.
Yeah.
And it's a carry along as well, if we're sitting waiting for stuff, which we haven't been for a year, but
no,
we
exactly.
might be soon.
Well, no, but if like if you're going to the school gates to wait for your kids, because the kids back at school, aren't they? You could just do a bit, take it with you while you're waiting and things like that.
Absolutely.
Because they're obviously going to have to do timed release from school and things, aren't they? Because I don't know how it's working.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They can go at a certain time. So that's those ones.
Right. There's more.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
2 more things to show you.
How many minutes in demo have we got then, Paul? 5 minutes.
5 minutes will do us.
Perfect.
Possibly less than 5 minutes. So
No, 5 minutes.
5
you've
minutes.
got.
5. Go slowly.
I'm going to time you.
So this, I've made this block up completely.
Oh, I've got a quick question from Julie saying, could you zigzag them together?
Yeah.
If you did those, you could zigzag them together.
Yeah.
And use a really lovely contrast stitch or
Yeah,
something.
pick a stitch. I mean, practice with your machine. Totally have a play with it. Yeah, you could do.
Totally work, yeah. Right, sorry. Right.
So this one, I've taken the big template again.
Right.
So this is my ship.
Oh,
So
yes.
You see it's a ship. I see no ships. So I've taken the big template here, and then this effect here, which is not on the page we were looking at.
No.
But it is an effect that you can do quite simply. Now I took a 5-inch square there, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to take 2 pieces of fabric together, and I'm just do a square, and you'll get the idea. It won't be super accurate because it's me, but it will do the job. So let's have a look. So what should we do?
Is Hannah waxing her legs in there? It just sounded, you know that noise when they pull the wax off? Like that, that's the noise. Yeah.
Lovely, Hannah. Oh, nice.
Not enough wax in the world, apparently.
Oh, bless. Is that what Paul said?
It's going to be so weird, isn't it, when life goes back to normal and we all suddenly have to do, like I haven't had a haircut for
You have to
months
attend to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have to, they're going to be so busy, aren't they?
So you want 2 squares.
Yep.
Say on that I did 5-inch squares, and then you sew them both together. So right sides together.
Yeah.
All the way round. I hear you say what?
All the way round? Like 1/4 inch all the way round?
1/4 inch all the way round.
All the way round, Paul.
Don't doubt, O ye of.
Buffalo girls go all the way round, don't they?
Oh.
Oh, what's the matter?
Oh no, it's because I've got such pale thread. I keep thinking I've come unthreaded.
Oh.
Well, it's not unknown, is it?
Did you check your bobbin before you came out?
I put new ones in for this second
okay.
show because I finished the I finished the little bag and I used all of the cotton. Right, okay, so now what you want to do is you want to cut across the diagonal. If you have a rotating cutting mat, that is brilliant.
On the website.
So corner to corner, and then corner to corner the other way, which is a bit alien for me because I'm a righty. She rolls over the desk. So now what you've got are some little squares.
Oscar triangles.
And then you just press them all open. Can you see? It's starting to look like a...
But you can make a flower or anything out of that, couldn't you?
Well, this is your pinwheel, isn't it?
Rather than a ship, you can have a plant pot and a flower.
Yeah, I mean, this is your pinwheel going round, isn't it? So, but yeah, so that's how you do it. So you get... So if you see on here...
Yeah.
That was...
hang on. Yeah, no, you keep going, you keep going.
So that would be like that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you'd square them up and all the rest of it, but that gives you an idea.
Okay.
So that was my 5-inch square.
Right. You've got 1.5 minutes for the other one now.
And then, oh yes, I'll show you and then you just block it off. This is this one, cut in half, sewn on the other ends.
Okay, perfect.
So that is that.
Lovely.
And then the final one, which is the illusion block, this one, you sew together a 3-inch wide strip, a 2.5-inch wide strip, and on this side that'd be the same colour.
Yeah.
And then you do, so that's in my dark fabric. Then in a mid fabric, you sew a 3-inch light fabric and 2.5s.
Yeah.
And then what you're doing is you're cutting them at 60 degrees. So get on your board and just make a 60-degree cut.
Yeah.
One you'll cut that way.
Yeah.
And one you'll cut that way.
Right.
And then you cut them in between. So you make these. So one is cut one way.
Yeah.
One is cut the other way. So it's almost like dagger heads, which you could use. You could do it that way. And then you cut them in half again. And as you do that, you sew them in rows. So you, where are we? So you put them back to back to join
That
up
tumbling
with.
blocks. when you
Yes,
turn it
yeah,
that way
it
up.
is. It's tumbling
Anna's
block.
favourite block.
So that's a row, that's a row, that's
Yep.
a row, that's a row.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Okay.
Thank you. There's a lovely message for you very quickly. Anne's been sent this message. Love your demo. Great ideas. Ordered too much today, but I'm not going to worry. Thank you for keeping me entertained, from Marina in South Yorkshire.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you
Right.
very kindly.
Thank you so much. When are you in next?
29th. If that's a Monday, it's 29th.
You're on with Rebecca Reid then. 29th of March?
Yes.
Yeah, be Rebecca Reid. Right. Very quickly, very quickly, because we've got to get ready to go to Yarn Lane. I've only got a couple of minutes. The book on its own sold out. The Alison Glass sold out. The wadding sold out. So, the Blue Liberty Bundle, the one that the sample on the wall is made out of, you get 1.5 meters of your teal. You get the book. You get a fat quarter in ivory, a fat quarter in pink, a fat quarter in Liberty Floral, a fat quarter in Liberty Lemons, and a fat quarter in the background fabric, $39.99. Fabulous. Then the one that Jules was just using is this one here. You get 1.5 meters of your lemony cream colour. You get the book. Now you get a fat quarter of the peach, a fat quarter of the mustard, fat quarter of the mosaic, and a fat quarter of the flowers, and a fat quarter of this. You get 5 fat quarters, £39.99. And last but not least, we've got the Chartreuse traditional one. You get 1.5 meters of this one. You get the book. Then you get 5 fat quarters. More traditional, these, I'd say. 4 of these left, that's all. Just 4 of these left. Oops. $32.99. But remember, you do get the book in your bundle. Right. So now we have to go to Yarn Lane. So before we do that, excuse me, I'm just going to do the menu for tomorrow. Here we go. So at 8 o'clock, it's fixed. Is it fixed tomorrow? Sewing room tools at 8 o'clock. Oh, look, Clive's in tomorrow. Sew Different Masterclass with Clive. Oh, it's Wendy tomorrow, not Vic, sorry. Now, the masterclass, I'll tell you about in a minute. March Flower of the Month at 10 o'clock. Beginner Skirt with Clive at 11 o'clock. And then Yarn Lane, Crochet Socks and Shawls with Anna Nikiprofisikiski. Now, the one that Clive's doing, what they're doing is they've taken several of the Sew Different patterns, found the difficult bits, and he's going to show you how to make the difficult bits, but using calico so that you can see how he's actually doing it. And they'll have fabric and patterns and everything for sale. Right, so now I'm not back on Sewing Street till next Friday. Remember, next Friday. But I am going to Yarn Lane now. I just need to tell you, if you're watching the telly, don't go anywhere. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or on the website, you do need to go over to the Yarn Lane equivalent ones to be able to watch there. Or if you've bought from me here this morning and you buy something in the tatting show on Yarn Lane, your P&P is already covered. And the same, oh yes, so that's right. And there was something else I was going to say, very important. It's a different phone number. You have to ring a different phone number. And what was the other thing I meant to say? Oh, that's right. All the goods from all the projects from today's show on Sewing Street will stay on the Sewing Street website. If you go to the Yarn Lane website, you will only see the Yarn Lane things for sale on the Yarn Lane website, even though they come from the same warehouse. So you can do I thought we were going to show slides. Anyway, heck on them. There it is, different phone number. So it's yarnlane.com if you want to go to the website, 0800 4700 600. And everything from the tatting show is about to go on to pre-order for needle and shuttle tatting. Very close that was. We will see you over in Yarn Lane in about 4 minutes from now.